Ah, I got me. Anybody else got me? Impute it. Red team, go! Oh, damn. Oh, somebody's get. Yeah, there we go. I see the unit. A lot of motherfucking amp unit already. On 15 minutes notice. I may be a little late. I downed the hot coffee. I got the cold coffee now with you guys. This is number 4 already. You guys hear me good? I got good playback on my end, so I'm going to get rolling, guys, if you don't mind. I don't got time to wait around for people to file in. We got to talk about it. I was told, unit, I got to get right into it, man. I got to get into it. I was told before this episode, I was told that this was the main event we've been waiting for. BC, how can you not be excited for it, man? It's the Bloodline versus the New Day. And I was honest with you guys. I said, this is the New Day versus the Usos for the 825th time, brah. This is just the Usos versus the New Day. You're just adding in Roman Reigns now. We might get a good match. We're going to need more than good matches on this show to save WWE, especially Raw. You guys know I'm right. I can find great wrestling at the local bingo hall around the corner. You know with who? Danny Dipshit Dugenheimer and Fuckwad Fred. Local pizza delivery guy Luigi Lugnuts is the referee. I can get that fucking match. Great wrestling every week. They've wrestled each other 2,612 times, actually. It's always a good match. You need more than that, man. You need captivating storylines. You need feuds that are going to excite us to get us to the pay-per-view where we have to see that match. We have to see that match. We need larger-than-life characters. We got nothing of that on this show, bro. And you want me to be excited. You're upset when a podcaster and a YouTuber doesn't get happy for Bloodline versus New Day. Which, again, is just the Usos versus the New Day with a Roman added in. Red Rover, send that young lad Roman over. Oh, we're not excited. And then what did you get, everybody that said, oh, BC, you're gonna be mistaken, my friend. BC, you're gonna know, man, that it was a great match and you're gonna be forced to talk about how great it was. Well, shit. The match went off 13 minutes. 3 of those minutes, almost 4, was a commercial break. So you at home got 10 fucking minutes. Did you enjoy those 10 minutes? Was it a match you're gonna go back and watch? Was it a classic? Is Meltsy Boy gonna give it 5, 6, 27 stars? Should I give it 13 amplified elbows? I'm just asking for a BC, not for a friend, for yours truly. You got a 13 fucking minute match. You got to see 10 minutes. Don't try to tell me that was an epic match or even great. That's why I have the fucking channel. So we don't fucking all talk about how something great is happening in WWE. Let them off the hook, and then when they regurgitate the same bullshit, BC and his unit aren't shocked. Everybody else might be shocked. I can't believe that wasn't what we were expecting. Well, that's because you were expecting too fucking much. This is the same company that, as you can see, is delivering Extreme Rules this Sunday. The only problem? It's a little problem, just a little bit. There's nothing extreme on the entire fucking card. We are literally 5 nights away. Am I right? Is my Steiner math correct? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 5 nights away, and there's not one fucking Extreme Rules. There's not even a stipulation in one of the matches. I don't even think the card is even filled out yet. But there'll be dick riders like, oh, he's mean. He's really negative, this guy. Well, shit, look at this card. I'm even after this show went off the air, you know what I'm seeing on fucking line? That's why you try not to go online when you don't have to, right? Because you know what you're seeing? What a great show this was. Something about this Raw was really good. I don't know what happened, but last night's Raw was amazing. This is the shit I'm seeing. And I would love to know what. Was it Jeff Hardy, who was just a few weeks ago chasing around a 24/7 title? Then last week, he lost a #1 contenders match for Damien Priest's title. But then this week, he's right back in it. All he has to do is not even beat the champion in a contenders match. He just has to beat Sheamus in a rehashed, regurgitated match. And then he gets thrusted into the same fucking match. Am I the only one who's using logic? Why is it... I got a fucking question. Why is everybody else not raising their fucking standards? Why is everybody else's standards down here, man? Jeff Hardy lost the #1 contenders match last week. And this week, he just has to beat Sheamus and now he's in? How is that logical? I'm just asking, like, fucking logic. I'm not even saying you don't have to enjoy it or whatever the fuck. Float your boat, bro. But how are you not going to say, BC, you're right, man. I mean, if you're smart and you actually have logic and common sense, this shit's stupid. All right, you have to at least be honest with yourself. You can see where BC's coming from, or anybody who uses logic and common sense. This doesn't make fucking sense to me. You have your tag team champions, Nattie and Tamina. They lose their titles 6 nights before a pay-per-view that doesn't even have its card filled out. You couldn't have just waited 5 extra days to make your champions look a little prestigious. They lost it on a bigger stage. And the people that won the titles, won't that make them look even better when they win it on a bigger stage, a pay-per-view, a big headline on your special event? Your titles in the process will look prestigious. No. The old bastard in Stamford, Connecticut doesn't give a fuck anymore. Everything is on free TV because he's combating my Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers this week. And last week it was the first game of the Monday Night Football season. And next week it'll be another obstacle, and we're going to play this game the entire fucking season. Whereas if you're just putting out a good fucking product all the time, you're already going to have that base watching your show. They're going to need to tune in, not just want to tune in. That's what happened in the Attitude Era. Every week you had to tune in. You didn't just start fucking shoveling shit at everybody just because it's Monday Night Football season. I mean, this shit is just weird what's happening last night. You have this Bloodline and New Day, and then all of a sudden it turns into a triple threat. Your go-home show for Extreme Rules, and the last visual is a triple threat that actually does nothing for Extreme Rules. And you know I'm correct. Jeff Hardy is thrusted into a title match to make it a triple threat for zero reason. Last week, he lost the #1 contenders match. This week, you have the Raw Tag Women's Champions losing, the Women's Champions of WWE losing 5 nights before, 6 nights before the fucking pay-per-view. What makes sense here, guys? How are you saying this is a good show? What is your standards? I know. Sit back and just enjoy it, man. When you go in with no expectations, you're going to be much happier. This is what we're fucking told. This is exactly what we're told. Kofi Kingston said this. This is a quote from Kofi before yesterday's Raw went live. Kofi said this about fans not happy with this whole SmackDown is now on Raw, Raw is on SmackDown, and it's not even the draft yet. The brand split is irrelevant before we even get to a draft. Like, what the fuck is Roman and the Usos just coming over to Raw, and there's no real explanation? So, this is what Kofi says. Oh, nothing surprises me. I think the great thing about now he didn't say good, the great thing about WWE is that you don't know what's going on. That's not good, Kofi! Right, there's great surprises, right? We all love a good surprise, and we all love the unknown and a good movie. You're waiting for every twist and turn in the plot. And then there's WWE, where we don't know because Vince doesn't know. Dog, are you listening to me? Kofi, I love you, bro. Your old man doesn't know. Your boss doesn't fucking know. Look what happened when you won the title. You were right back with the New Day throwing pancakes. Big E just won the title. He's right back with the New Day. Trumpets, pancakes, shivvying and diving. This is not the Big E we were fucking behind the last couple of months when he won the title last week. We didn't want to see him right back with the New Day. He doesn't have a fucking plan, bro. So anyway, he says, the great thing about WWE is that you don't know what's going on. I think a lot of people get upset when they can't predict what's happening. I don't want to predict it. That's the problem, Kofi. We're always predicting it because it's so predictable. I knew we were going to get a bunch of roll-ups last night. I knew we were going to get a bunch of rematches. I knew your supposed main event was going to be an absolute shitfest, 10 minutes without commercials. And in fact, it got turned into a triple threat. I knew this was going to happen. I knew people were going to be running around catering trying to chase the 24/7 title. I know this because it's predictable, Kofi. So what are you saying, bro? I'm not even trying to call Kofi out or expose him because I love the dude. But what the fuck is he saying? I think a lot of people get upset when they can't predict what's happening. No, it's too predictable. We don't want to, brah. We don't want to, brah. We don't want to predict this shit. Believe me when I say we don't want to, Kofi. So he goes on and he says, you want to talk about how to build a show? How about just enjoy the match you're about to get sooner than later? This makes no fucking sense. I can't believe a wrestler who's been there for that amount of time. I'm going to repeat that last sentence. How about you enjoy the match you're about to get sooner than later? Because Kofi, in pro wrestling, it's a little thing called a storyline. It's been around since the beginning of time for pro wrestling. And you build a storyline, Kofi. And when you get to a pay-per-view, Kofi, this is going to shock you and blow your mind, bro. When you get to the pay-per-view, you get the fucking epic payoff. No. Kofi's saying, just get it now, man. And then he says, you don't know what's going to happen at Survivor Series. We might do it again and do it even better. Kofi, you're definitely going to do it again. Because all this company does is rematches. So you don't have to ask. We're definitely going to get it again, and we're going to get it again and again and again and again, and we're going to get it in 2032, and they're going to come out of retirement at the age of 75 when the year 2047 rolls around, and we're going to get it again. Because we'll always see the New Day versus the Usos. Trust me. And I know. It's a good match, though. I understand. It could be a great, it could be an awesome, it could be an epic, it could be a flabbergaster of a match. It could be a slobber knocker, right, JR? But fuck, bro. We need storylines to get people interested. Just wrestling isn't gonna cut it anymore. Where are the storylines? Where's the feuds that captivate individuals? Kofi, you say just sit back, relax, and enjoy it now. Maybe you'll get it again later. Kofi, it wasn't built properly. All we could say about this, Kofi, was most likely going to be a good match. Pro wrestling is more than that. Shawn Michaels versus Marty Jannetty would just be a great match. You wouldn't have to do any of the build. You wouldn't need Shawn turning on fucking Marty in the barber shop when he chucked him through the fucking window, gave him the super kick, sent him through the window. You didn't need any of that. If it's just wrestling match, well, shit, Marty and Shawn Michaels will tear the roof off. No, you know what happened? You had a storyline because you didn't just have a wrestling match with them, did you? Or a good one. What you did is you built suspense and intrigue, and you got people excited, bro. You had to see Marty and Shawn. This isn't hard. This isn't rocket science. They stopped building stories because they no longer care. Everything is just being thrusted on the free TV and even that is regurgitated and just worn out and it feels lifeless. So even the shit that I would say should be at a pay-per-view that is on TV, because it got so fast-tracked and hot-shotted, it feels lifeless. The soul has been taken out of the match. This isn't opinion, man. This isn't even opinion. In my amp unit, I know, man, I haven't been able to look at the chat yet, but I know, you guys know that everything I am saying, I'm speaking as a fan of pro wrestling. I love pro wrestling. I will forever love WWE or hope to, but I can't deal with this type of stupidity in the company. I can't deal with a company that is fucking this badly. I can't even associate with a company that's fucking this badly. Where for the second time in a row, SummerSlam back in August last month was overshadowed by Tony Khan and AEW and CM Punk and Bryan Danielson and all the talk with Bray Wyatt and Ruby Soho. For the second straight month, Vince McMahon's pay-per-view is being overshadowed. There's nothing on this card that you need to see or even want to see. There's nothing that's extreme. I literally had to cross that shit right out. It's normal rules. That's the name of the fucking show, Normal Rules. And it's being overshadowed once again by Tony Khan, because tomorrow night, Tony Khan is putting together a mini pay-per-view. It's called Grand Slam. And you're going to get matches like Britt Baker and Ruby fucking Soho, and you're going to get matches like the dream match of Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega. Bro, you're going to get fucking, even the matches that you wouldn't think would excite you, but because they're being done properly and building them properly, there's a crazy concept. I'm excited to see MJF versus Brian Pillman Jr. Will Hobbs and CM Punk, let's rock. The tag titles, I mean, AEW has done everything to perfection. Over here, the company that's been doing this for over 50 years, they're lost in the woods with Elias. Right next to Elias's grave should be WWE's. Yeah, I'm irritated. Yeah, I'm frustrated. This is pathetic. This is not a company that is putting their best foot forward or putting their foot strongly, strategically, firmly on the gas. This is a company that is reacting. This is a company that is pumping the brakes. This is a company that is erratic and reckless. This isn't someone you pass on the highway. This is someone you stay clear from. You stay the fuck away from them because they're going to crash themselves. There are people saying, this was a good Raw last night. That's great if you enjoyed it. I hope your keyboard privileges are taken away by somebody. Because don't put that out in the world, because I'm going to blow that up in this review. In this very review, we got a lot to talk about, man. Shayna Basler found Triple H's balls. Triple H's balls have been gone for a while as Vince McMahon tramples over him and takes over NXT. It looks like Shayna Basler found them, but in the most weird way possible. Another heel versus heel match last night with her and Nia. This is 4 weeks in a row we've gotten a women's heel versus heel match. And you listen to the crowd when Shayna turned on Nia. You listen to them, you could hear a pin drop, and you even saw people laughing. Nobody could be invested. This isn't like Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty where you have a face team and somebody's turning. Nobody knew what to think here. Oh, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the tag titles changing hands in just 4 minutes, 6 nights before their Extreme Rules pay-per-view. 6 nights before in a 4-minute match. And I can't wait to tell you how they won the matches, but I'm sure you already know how they won those titles. But how that makes any fucking sense to anybody, how somebody can watch that happen before a pay-per-view that is not even filled out yet, and you say, that's good, I like this decision. Jeff Hardy, who we all love, is now in a fucking title match to make it a triple threat at Extreme Rules. But last week, he was in a #1 Contenders match where he lost. Does anybody give a fuck? Anybody? Big E, technically he's on a losing streak. 2 fucking matches in a row he lost last night. 2 matches. Oh, but basically he didn't take the pin. He was in the... If you look at wins and losses, he is in the defeated column. 2 losses. Just so Roman could come over and conquer Big E's fucking stage. Well, that's how you build a fucking... That's definitely how you build a champion. And then not even on the fucking show because he's not good enough. Vince McMahon, he's not good enough to be on the show. That's what Vince says. So Bearcat Lee, that's right. No, who the fuck's that? That's Keith Lee now. He's now known as Bearcat. Keith the Bearcat Lee. You remember fucking who was it? Ed Wright? Ed Wright was a wrestler way back in the day, decades ago, and they called him the Bearcat. Many look at him as the first ever, I believe, NWA world champion, not Ron Simmons. A lot of people look at Ed Wright. So what are we? We're just regurgitating Ed Wright's fucking name and gimmick? I know, you might say, hey, maybe it's to pay homage. But he's the fucking Limitless. It works perfectly, not just in NXT. Keith Lee went to the Royal Rumble. Do you guys remember a couple years ago? Keith Lee went face-to-face with Roman at the Rumble, and the crowd popped hardcore, and we were loving it. We were loving Limitless. Keith Lee. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, bro. So Vince sees the momentum he has, and then he fucking takes his confidence away, rips away his self-esteem, tells him to go back to NXT, puts a singlet on him, gives him the new music, and then he says, we still ain't got shit for you. So go back and we're going to repackage you some more. And then he goes under the weather, and when he comes back, Vince has him lose immediately. On his first night back, he makes him a loser. And then he tells him to go away again because we have nothing for you. And then he gives him the name Bearcat. And we might hear rumors or word from Keith himself that he chose the name Bearcat. Don't get it twisted. This is what Vince does. If Vince allowed Keith Lee to pick the name, it's because Vince gave him a list of 10 names. That's what we hear so many wrestlers say. WWE will give you a list and you pick it out. But a lot of times, Vince just gives it to you. So no matter what we hear about this name, he was fine as the limitless Keith Lee. Why the fuck does he need to be a bear or a cat or a lion or a hedgehog or a fucking fairy? Is it a ferret, not a fairy. I doesn't have to be a fairy. Oh shit. This winter a ferret, not a fairy. He could be a fairy, but why the fuck does he have to be a fucking Bearcat? Not limitless? Bro. If it ain't broke, just don't fix it. Now he's Bearcat Keith. Keith Bearcat Lee. Keith Lee the Bearcat. I don't even know how they're going to say this. Bearcat. And people are okay with this. It's just a name, BC. Yeah, just same with Karrion Kross though, right? Karrion Kross has all the momentum in the world. He's the NXT champion. He comes over, he loses to Jeff Hardy on his very first night. And now you look at this motherfucker, he's not even on Raw last night. Karrion Kross, imagine dressing this guy up in leather suspenders in a medieval times helmet. And after you've embarrassed the shit out of him, then you inform him that you have nothing for him. Because that's what they did to Karrion Kross. His first night, they had him lose. Just so Vince McMahon can shred you of your dignity, your identity, your confidence, and your self-esteem. That's the truth. We know this because Shayna and all of them have already said that indirectly. Vince wants you to know that no matter what you did in NXT and AEW and Impact and ROH, New Japan, it doesn't matter. Here, we're going to strip you down. We're going to recreate you. Even if what was happening was working, what you were doing was working, doesn't matter. Vince is going to strip you down. And now Karrion Kross is coming out in leather suspenders and a medieval times helmet. And they still have nothing for him. He wasn't even on Raw last night. Thankfully, they gave him a vignette. They gave him a vignette to remind everyone that he is still on the roster. At least he gets that vignette. Where the fuck is Elias? Elias is over here. Last we knew, he was claiming that Elias is dead and he's in the middle of the fucking woods. That's the last we saw of this dude. He was really depressed. He was in the middle of the woods lost, saying that he was dead. And we haven't seen him since. Well, that's not promising. Somebody's got to check on Elias. Elias is either lost in the woods or bad shit happened. You can't just run vignettes like that and then that's it. And that's why I say everybody laughs at this. Everybody laughs at this, but when I say I wouldn't put it past the old bastard in Stamford, Connecticut to make Elias the new Fiend, because from what we know, Vince McMahon owns the Fiend character, and we saw it with Razor Ramon and Diesel and Undertaker. He will not hesitate to put a fake dude in that character, to put somebody else. We saw it with Doink. We've seen it with so many. He will put somebody else in that position and not think twice, because to Vince, the human being means shit. They're garbage. The name, the intellectual property, the trademarks, the copyrights. That's what Vince McMahon cares about most. The bottom dollar, not the human being. So Bray Wyatt busted his balls on that character. And Vince will chuck him aside, throw him to the wayside like he already has, and he will put somebody like Elias into the new Fiend. He's halfway there. Elias is dead, he claims. He's hanging out in the woods, right? I mean, this is how Bray Wyatt started. He was the dude in the woods in the rocking chair. It's not that far off to conceive that Vince McMahon would do something like this. And if he makes a fake Fiend, that's when I'm done with this show. That's the one thing, man. Because you cannot do Bray Wyatt that dirty. You already done him filthy. If you do him this disrespectful, bro, BC's got to call it quits on this show at least. But there's another question that just goes unanswered. Where the fuck is Elias? They did this with Aleister Black, now known as Malachi. All these fucking awesome vignettes. He even came back, I think, for a week or two and attacked Big E or something, and then he was just gone. I mean, there's no long-term planning with this company anymore. I understand plans change. I like spontaneity. I like surprises. But you always have to have a plan, right? In anything in life. You have to plan out a vacation, plan out a big job you're going to be doing, plan out a big event. If you're a businessman of a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate, can you at least plan for a few months in advance? I mean, it looks like Vince just realized there was an Extreme Rules pay-per-view last week because the card is still not filled out. There is not one Extreme Rules match. There's not even a match with a stipulation. And Friday, I feel like they're just going to throw out like 2 or 3 stipulation matches out of nowhere. And none of it's going to make sense for justified reasons that I just went over. Anyway, what's up, everybody? That was your half an hour cold open. I hope you enjoyed me screaming for a half an hour. Whew. Get a swig of coffee. Yeah, I'm irritated. I'm irritated because I was told by so many people, oh, get ready, basically, it's going to be a great main event, man. These teams, man, Bloodline versus New Day. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to. You're going to witness a good match. I'm not. My standards are way too high. I'm watching the Usos versus the New Day again. You're just adding in Roman Reigns. I'm not stupid. Vince is not going to capture me with this. Most people will gladly watch Aaron Rodgers and my Packers, even if they're not a Packer fan, go and play the fucking Lions last night. Because if you have standards, this wasn't going to do anything. And then when Monday Night Raw was over with, so many people going, I like this show. It was so good. That's good for you. Don't come on a channel like this with somebody with such high standards, somebody as smart as BC, and don't think that I'm going to go, this show is amazing, with all the illogical bullshit that occurred, the loopholes, the booking that just literally makes you want to put your dome piece through a brick wall. Salute, unit. So let's go over this son of a bitch. Maybe after hour number 1, I saw some super VIPs come in. I'll get to them, guys. Let me at least go over the first hour because I'm feeling it right now and I am gonna get a rocking. So a little bit of a, just keep the momentum going for the hundreds in here now, the thousands coming in later, man. I want to give you guys amplified fucking just fact after fact. And right now, when I'm in the zone, I want to keep rocking. New Day starts the show. Big E just won the title 7 nights ago, and he's already back with Kofi. And he's already back with Xavier doing the New Day shtick. And the commentary's really building it up. It's so good to see him back. What are you talking about? We see them like almost every other week, it seems. There hasn't been enough time. Do you realize there hasn't been enough time to say, I'm so glad to see them back? What, can we not just have Big E just be Big E, man? I want to see this dude on his own crush the game because Big E is capable of it. And this is the same thing that happened with Kofi Kingston. Kofi wins the fucking title, and then he just goes right into a fucking New Day shtick. Left and right. New Day, New Day, New Day. And every once in a while, you would see him on his own, defending the championship. Well, here we are months later, man. Or years, whatever that date was. Big E's doing the same exact thing. Big E wins the championship, and he's right there back with the New Day, man. I mean, I'm asking for common sense and logic, man. I'm not asking to move fucking mountains. Common sense and logic. If the guy is on his own, he just won the fucking championship, let him fucking roll. On his own, let him roll. He doesn't need the New Day backing him. It just brought down Kofi Kingston. So it's just going to bring down Big E. And we're already seeing it. He just lost 2 matches last night, bro. I mean, it's not that, man, I tell you, man, seeing it with Kofi and then seeing it play out already with Big E, man, it's like the same mistakes and they don't learn from them. You know what I mean? They don't learn from them. I'm hoping that you guys can understand my frustration with this. Like, this is putting him with the New Day right now, man. That is not the best bet for him. That is not the best play in this game. Kofi could have been so much more with that title reign. They kept bringing him back to what they thought was going to get the biggest pop, was going to work the most, instead of putting the stock into Kofi. Big E needs his own run. From the jump was most important. Whether the bulk is with the New Day or not, from the jump, you had to have Big E by himself. And from the jump, 7 days later, he's already back with the New Day. It's the same thing we saw with Kofi. Can't do that shit. So anyway, that's my pet peeve. Right from the jump, man, he's right back with the New Day. And here comes Roman Reigns and the Usos, the bloodline from SmackDown. So my second pet peeve, which is just people coming over for no fucking reason. There's no reason. SmackDown is a brand, Raw is a brand. There's a brand split. And then there's a draft coming up next week or in 2 weeks, some shit. And that's when we'll shake things up. But no, Vince just has people going right over. Red Rover, who the fuck cares? So 2 pet peeves, man. Big E is right back with the New Day. And you got SmackDown talent on Raw for zero fucking reason other than Vince needs that fucking extra 200,000 viewers to try to compete with the Green Bay Packers and Detroit Lions in the NFL Monday Night Football. That's the only reason this happened. But I'm not willing to overlook that shit. So the bloodline hits the ring and we go to commercial immediately, man. We go to commercial. Maybe there were some words said, I believe. Maybe that's what it was. And then we went to commercial. When we come back, we get the Bloodline versus the New Day. 13-minute match. 13-minute match. If you take the commercial break that was during the match out, you got maybe a 10-minute match. Everybody looks like an idiot today that said this is going to be a great match. I knew it wasn't going to be, bro. I knew this was just to get, hey, man, this is Vince's play. You know, let's waste this now. Let's get some eyeballs to the product, and then we'll just fuck everybody over. Vince doesn't give a fuck. He'll find a way to get you back next week and the week after, and you'll say it was amazing, or it's going to be amazing. So this was a 13-minute match and all. The finish saw Bobby Lashley attack everybody but Xavier and Roman. Thus, Roman spears Woods in the middle of the ring, and the Bloodline wins this match. Lashley post-match spears Roman and Big E to look like a monster. But by the end of the night, Lashley was eating an L flat on his back looking up at the lights. We like to call that 50-50 booking. And he didn't even win this match, by the way. He just threw the temper tantrum afterwards. So, even looking like a fucking monster the way he did, a bit too late for BC. You're going to have to build him back, just like Bianca Belair and how they did her dirty at SummerSlam. And if you think Bianca just winning the championship back and hot potato at Extreme Rules is going to get her right back where she was when she was beating Sasha Banks at WrestleMania and all that jazz? No, it's going to take, and I love Bianca Belair, but now I know that you hurt her bad. You didn't bury Bianca. Bianca's not buried, but you hurt her bad with that booking. When you did her dirty like that and you had Becky take that title, it doesn't matter if Bianca gets it back at Extreme Rules. It's the booking that matters now. What are you going to do with her consistently going forward? And it's going to take a while for Bianca to get that momentum back. It's just the truth. And it's the same thing here with Bobby Lashley. You had this dude lose the title, not even at the pay-per-view. You couldn't even wait. You couldn't even wait to Extreme Rules. You had him drop the belt on a Monday Night Raw to Big E. And then the very following week, he loses this match and then throws the temper tantrum. And I'm supposed to say, wow, monster. And by the end of the night, I'm glad I never said monster in the first match because he was right back to jobbing out. And here's another pet peeve I have, man. So many pet peeves on what was such a good show, everybody says. Why did the referee not call for the bell when Lashley attacked the New Day? I'm talking about even before the Usos. So Lashley wasn't even in the fucking match. What am I saying? So who the fuck? So Lashley didn't take an L. Lashley just comes out and acts like a monster, and then he takes the L at the end of the night. This is why I hate schmaz matches, when you put all these motherfuckers in the ring, and then I have to fucking keep score. So Lashley's not even in the fucking match. My bad. He still throws the temper tantrum after last week's loss, and by the end of the night, he's still taking an L. So he might as well be in the fucking match. I don't need to see this dude throwing a temper tantrum. But when Lashley came down, let's get back on track. Lashley comes down and he beat up the New Day. The referee was staring right at him. So that's a DQ, man. I've been watching for over 30 years. That's a DQ. Never was this match a tornado rule or a no DQ. I went back and I made sure. So how the fuck are you going to watch this guy beat up two dudes and not call for the bell? And then he beats up the Usos after a minute. And still there's no bell called, no decision or nothing. But how is this not illogical to anyone else, man? And you just wanna ride fucking Vince's cock and this company's cock until the fucking cows come home, till pigs fly. Why? Vince is not gonna cut you a paycheck. Stop acting like Vince acknowledges you. Stop acting like this is the only game in town. Stop acting like your fandom matters in this company. It doesn't. Vince doesn't give two fucking shits about you. You are a dollar sign, or in Vince's eyes, he sees you as trash, or you're like fucking pennies on the dollar. You're fucking coins to Vince McMahon. Yet there's people that'll straddle his fucking cock and sit there every decision that old bastard makes with their wooden bowl and wooden spoon like Oliver Twist. Please, sir, can I have some more? And Vince will keep providing that bullshit stew. Bobby Lashley is beating the fuck out of the New Day, and the referee's staring at him. Oh, shit. Hey, Bob. What's up, Bob? Oh, don't do that, Bob. Oh, Bob, they were having a match. Don't worry about calling for the bell. Half of the match is just getting beat up right now. It's all good. Who cares about DQs? This is the same referee that was doing the Rampage match. Fucking dipshit McGillicuddy in that match with who was in that match? Was that the Lucha Bros match and Butcher and Blade? You go back and you watch the officiating at the end of that match. I couldn't believe this dude. He forgot how to officiate. I don't know if he was having a stroke or what, and I'm not even making light of the situation. I don't know what that referee was doing at Rampage. I think it was the Lucha Bros versus Butcher and Blade. JR9, thank you, man. You go back to the end of that match. I don't know what was happening with that referee. I was thinking somebody's got to go save him. He was like, he'll count to one, and then he froze. And then he's talking to himself. He's like trying to break people up, but he's in the corner by himself. And then he goes back to one. Meanwhile, everybody's in the ring beating each other up. The referee is like talking to himself. I don't know if he's having a seizure. I don't know what's happening with him. Well, this referee might as well join him for coffee time. Coffees and bagels with these two fucking dipshits. This guy's watching Lashley beat the fuck out of the New Day, and he doesn't do a damn thing. And I'm supposed to just sit back and take the logic. I am told even by Kofi Kingston, relax and just watch it. Just enjoy it. And then I'm told by other dipshits, if I don't like it, don't watch it. If I hate it so much, stop watching it. I probably broke 3 fucking TVs when my Packers lost last week. And every season that my Packers absolutely have choke games, and I flip out, do you think I just stop watching my Packers? We haven't won a Super Bowl in years. The WWE has been tragic for 10 years. My Green Bay Packers have not won a Super Bowl in nearly 10 fucking years. I don't stop watching. My New York Knicks have not won a championship for what seems like forever in my lifetime. Way back. I don't fucking stop watching my Knicks. If my Yankees suck, my Yankees might not even go to the playoffs this year. I don't stop watching my Yankees. I flip out, I yell, I bitch, I complain. I'm a fan. These fucking idiots. Something I fucking love for decades. I now have to stop watching because these idiots told me to. Fucking Timmy and Joey. With the time that they have left before the street lights come on and they gotta run home and they're forced to take a fucking shower and fucking smell good. And then their mom has to fucking tuck them in and give them tea and read them the story and put the fucking nightlight. You guys remember nightlights? That's what Timmy and Jerry are using, nightlights, because they're scared of the boogeyman underneath the bed. Those are the fucking dipshits online during the day. Stop watching, Meanie. Stop watching, you boogeyman. How about you fucking stop watching? Cause I said so! You stop watching cause you don't got the fucking brain cells to comprehend it. You stop watching because you're a little mama's boy, bitch boy, Braden. I'll stop watching cause a couple of fucking idiots told me to. Okay, I'll get right on that. I'm gonna stop watching. Sorry, Amp Unit, no more channel. I gotta stop watching, I was told. Let me go ahead and stop watching right now. Ready? Let's all press a... Let's push a button. We'll stop. Ready? Did it stop? Did it... I still see the chat going. It didn't stop. What happened? I didn't see the... I tried to stop it all. Oh, wait. We don't stop for nobody, bitch. We stop for nobody, bitch. Yeah, that's an IBS, an internet bitch slap. Cause you ain't getting it in real life. I'm gonna give it to you online. A little smack-a-doo, a little smack-a-doodle, a little bitch smack. Cause you a bitch. Yeah, that's what we do here. We put bitches in their place. Yeah. Now, let's get back on track. What do you say, Unit? Now that we told people, if you don't like it, don't watch. Well, my new motto is, if you're gonna be a little bitch, don't watch. Because bitches get stitches. Now, moving on, now that I put a bunch of pet peeves out there. And by the way, full amplification up in this bitch. 200, let's smack that right now, Unit. I saw that. I forgot to even mention that. Let's smack 200 live right now on those ups. Because we gonna still continue to get amplified as we move along this card. Hour number 1 especially. So I want to see that shit live over that 2 spot. Yeah, there you go. That's the unit. Unit showing up strong, man. Couple hundred already on the ups. Hundreds rocking with us now. Thousands later will be coming in throughout the day, man. I know there's work and school, and I come on odd times, but I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are the absolute best. I want you guys to always know that, man. Now let's move on. Oh, this is a doozy. Literally a doozy. This is Dewie drop defeating Eva Marie again. Again. Can you guys fathom that we're seeing Eva Marie and Dewie drop again? Like, how is this okay with anybody, I would ask? Dewie drop and Eva Marie again. Yeah, I had to say that 3 times because as I'm reading my own fucking notes, I can't conceive that this would even be imaginable. Literally a rematch from just last week, and that match was 2 minutes last week. This one was 90 seconds. How much farther do we run this shit into the ground? I would ask my unit. How much farther do we honestly run this shit into the ground? What value does Marie add to the roster? Again, I reiterate this, and I say this all the time. They throw Mickie James away for this. This is what Vince McMahon thinks about actual talent that we know can hold storylines on her back. She did it back in the day with Trish Stratus, and Mickie James did it again with Alexa when she came back to WWE. And she can keep doing it. But we throw her to the wayside. We see no value in Mickie James. So we can make roster spots for Eva Marie, who when you take away, it's the looks that she got hired, right? The wrestling ability is non-existent. We were told when she came back she was training. Well, the wrestling ability is non-existent, still is. It was non-existent back in the day. It's still non-existent. So you're telling me that she got hired for the looks and she's going to bring that sex appeal. Well, what the... So, what do you have for her? First of all, there's way more sexy on the fucking show anyway. Is that supposed to be the sexiest female in WWE? Because I fail to comprehend that. And now you take away this weird thing with the Dewie drop. Where do you go with Eva Marie now? What are you doing with Eva Marie? I'm telling you, you're doing nothing. You could have been doing so much with Mickie James. You threw her away literally so you could do this with the Dewie drop. And now who knows? Maybe Eva Marie goes for a fucking title after this. Sorry, not sorry to put that out into the stratosphere, but I would not put that past Vince. Dewie drop gets 2 victories over Eva, and this catapults Eva to a title match. This is something this guy would do because he doesn't care anymore. I can't do this Eva Marie thing anymore because it's literally just bringing down the entire fucking show, or at least putting another notch in it. And I can't look at somebody like that and not think of Mickie James and so many people that got released. I can't look at her and not think about Bray Wyatt and such. I mean, people that Vince sees no value in, but this is what he thinks is going to pull in those numbers. And he's been proven wrong yet again. Eva Marie, if you look at her segment numbers, can't draw. That's not an opinion. I'm giving you guys a fact. People will cry, and that always makes me happy, but it's still a fact. Because somebody gets butthurt and gets fucking chilled over it and gets fucking and cries over something that is said doesn't make it false. It just means that fact is making you teary-eyed. That fact confirms you're a bitch. Sounds like your problem, nobody else's. Same match as last week. Dewie drop defeats Eva Marie. This time just took a little bit less time. And then on top of that, AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. Corey Graves. And this is a rematch. AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. Corey Graves actually says, and I quote, "We've seen this match once before at WrestleMania 35. I can't wait to see it again." That was Corey Graves' quote. "We've seen this match once before at WrestleMania 35. Can't wait to see it again." But BC was like, "Once, bro? Corey, what are you smoking, bro? Once? Did you forget about their match December 16th, 2019? How about March 8th of this year? How about August 9th of this year? How about the 12 tag matches that they've had this whole summer?" I'm just naming some that I thought of when I was jotting down the fucking notes. These are just some of the matches that I can remember of these dudes. That's not even counting Mania 35. Bro, we've seen it so many fucking times. Don't act like this is so big. Don't act like WWE is giving us something epic. Stop the bullshit. When you start holding this company accountable, we'll all get better product. A better product. When they give you this much bullshit and then afterwards you go, "I don't know what it was, but this Raw felt good," then you're letting them off the hook, bro. You may have liked it. It doesn't make it good. Because I'm calling out every fucking loophole imaginable in these matches, and I'm not even nitpicking. It's not even a stretch what I'm saying. There is literally no nitpicking in this review. This is just on the surface. Anybody with any logic and common sense that watches the product, watches this company, anybody would call this out. You know, Orton and AJ is nothing to complain about unless we've seen it 27 times in the last 2 years. Oops, we have seen it 27 times in the last 2 years. That's a problem. Orton wins with an RKO. Styles has now lost 9 of his last 12 documented matches. I'll say that again. If you look at AJ Styles' win-loss, man, you're counting now 9 of his last 12. AJ Styles is touring the country and laying flat on his fucking back, bro. If you count his singles victories on television, it's less than a handful in over 6 months. I'll say that again. Less than a handful of singles victories on television in over 6 months. He wasn't injured. He was there most every week. That's just AJ's booking now. One of the best wrestlers in the world. We need more than a good match. AJ Styles and Randy Orton, for no fucking reason, just to regurgitate it, is not going to keep asses in the seats satisfied. It's not going to bring viewers to your product, man. We need larger-than-life characters. We need storylines that captivate, and we need feuds that we want to see solved at a pay-per-view. We're getting none of that. There's literally no larger than life characters. There's no storyline in WWE right now that seriously has me captivated. And there's no feud in WWE that makes me want to or have to tune into Extreme Rules or normal rules. There's not even a stipulation that's extreme at normal rules. It's all facts. I'm literally dropping one fact after another. And that's why I'll never need anybody's approval. I know I'm number one at this game. Because everything I fucking say is not an opinion. It's literally a fact. People always wonder, well, basically, why do you never go back and forth with the trolls? Or why do you never go back and forth with people that disagree with you? Because I don't need to. I'm right, and they're literally wrong. If I ever do an opinion piece, then it's fun to switch over opinions. In fact, many times during a stream, I actually ask my unit a question. Or maybe I don't know something and I'll ask the unit and then we get to bounce things off. But if I'm stating facts, I don't care if somebody starts a comment with, basically, I disagree. Right there, I already know, no, absolutely not. Most of the time, I'm not even fucking reading that shit. And it's sad because they write a 3-paragraph fucking comment and it's gone after the first line. I don't need it. Because the subject is facts. Everything I'm saying is a fact. It's not opinion. I don't need validation for that, bro. Unfucking real, man. Anyway, before I start hour number 2, let me get some VIPs, brah. Let me get my people up in this bitch. What's up, unit? I'm on a roll today, bro, as you can see. I'm on another level today. I'm on another tier. I'm grooving today, man. I'm feeling it. We are fucking rocking, bro. I didn't start this motherfucker telling you guys we're gonna get out of here in a half an hour. No. Hold on. I'm getting it right now, all the supers so far, guys. This is round 1. I'll get to more in a little bit as well. But I want to start with SOS TDM 617 with that 5-spot coffee. What up, SOS? Good to have you up in here, man. Even though it's a storyline. She injures mouse girls. Got her just due. Laughed my ass off. Finally, Shayna. Is looking like a beast. Roman, Big E, Lashley. Now, what the fuck? We're going to go over all that in just a little bit, SOS. I don't want to spoil it too much right now, what I have in the notes and what I want to say. But the Shayna thing, this is what I've been waiting for. I just wish, it's... Nobody cared in that arena for a reason. It wasn't just they went and took a nap during that segment. You know, what happened to the crowd during that segment? They were disinterested for a reason, and I'm going to go over that, SOS. But it was good to see Shayna finally. I mean, maybe she found Triple H's balls. But if you consistently book her like that, maybe there's something to salvage in this woman. We knew she was badass. We just know how bad Vince has ruined her. SOS. Thank you, brother. Smelly wrestling geek. Come on, BC. This is awesome. Yeah. I think I heard that a few times in last night's show, too, wrestling geek. But BC was failing to see it. Thank you, brother, for that 10-spot couple of coffees. Smelly wrestling geek. You wouldn't be Timmy or Joey, would ya? Thank you, dude. Big Nang, 2-spot. BC in unit. Hope you all still be here 1 hour later. At this rate, we're still going to be here an hour later, Big Nang, but you never know. But thanks for stopping by, smashing that up and showing the love, Big Nang. Right back to you. Big Nang up in the house. Always good to see you, dude. SOS TDM 617 with another coffee 5 says, Charlie did roast Bliss when she said you're talking about stealing gimmicks. The look on Bliss's face, laughed my ass off. What the fuck is this show, BC? You're right. This show is garbage. It's beyond garbage, man. I used to be able to tolerate garbage, SOS. This is just like... I don't even know if this train can go back on the right tracks. This show is that fucking bad. And I've said that for what seems like over a year now. I've been saying it since I started the fucking channel for 5 years. Yeah, man, we're going to get to Charlie, too, man, in the line she delivered to Bliss. SOS, no doubt. Dave Mealy with a couple $4.99 coffees. Dave. What up, Dave? Dave says, let's not forget the Women's Tag Team Championship change hands on an... I can't finish it, Dave. I'm going to go over that later. I'm going to go over that later, Dave. Dave also says, Earth to Kofi. When you find out how your match is going to end via Twitter, you have a major problem. Dave, exactly. That's what Kofi, I mean, I know Kofi is a company guy. And Kofi is going to say what Vince would want him to say. But, dude, you cannot honestly say that, and I'll give you his exact words again. He said, you want to talk about how to build a show. How about just enjoy the match you're about to get sooner than later? Because we want a storyline. That's what pro wrestling is all about. Storylines to get us to the epic match. Kofi is just like, hey, at least you're getting a good match. But Kofi, we can get good matches anywhere, bro. I could go outside when the mailman comes and fucking just beat the shit out of him for 10 minutes and I'll have the whole neighborhood fucking clapping, this is awesome. It'll be a great match. The mailman's like 6'5", fucking 280. So that's a good match. We need more than that, Kofi. And then he says, you don't know what's going to happen at Survivor Series. We might do it again. So relax, he's saying. Well, bro, we don't want to see the same match 100 times. That's what we're trying to say, Kofi. Kofi doesn't fucking understand. I think a lot of people get upset when they can't predict what's happening, Kofi said. Kofi, that's the problem. We can predict it. And we don't want to predict it. So it's the opposite, Kof. Much love to Kofi Kingston, but bro, he's got to get on the reel. He has to. Dave Mealy, great fucking point, bro. Judas Messiah's 2-spot. Was Shotzi and Knox #1 contenders? Oh, Tegan Knox. Was Shotzi and Knox #1 contenders? Judas Messiah's, yes. Not anymore. That totally got thrown to the wayside for many reasons. But at the top of the list is illogical Vince McMahon's decision-making. WWE's constant bullshit booking. Are you surprised, Judas Messiahs? And now, for the next fucking 6 months, 7 months, Tegan Knox and Shotzi Blackheart will be riding around in a fucking tank backstage. They were #1 contenders. But these days, every fucking match is a contenders match, it seems. And they don't even mean anything. I'll get to that when I go over Jeff Hardy. Wait till we talk about that shit. Judas Messiahs, thanks, brother. Ray Hunt's up in this bitch. Haven't seen Ray Hunt in a minute. 5-spot coffee. I'd rather watch my Ravens lose 1,000 times than to watch this train wreck WWE puts together. By the way, I can't wait to see your Packers in Baltimore. Hey, it looks like we got a little bit of steam back yesterday, man, but I'm still rattled by that week 1 loss, man. We looked like a Monday Night Raw. Aaron Rodgers, the Packers, our defense, everything about us was garbage. Last night was against the fucking Lions. I'm not going to put too much stock. We got some momentum, but to me, it's just a wash. Now we see what's going to happen in week 3, Ray Hunt. Best of luck to your Baltimore Ravens until we have to beat them down the line. We got some more up in here, man. PB Sillapride's up in this bitch, man. What up, PB Sillapride? 199. Even the superstars are turning stupid. They're all just yes men. You know what I mean? They're company people, man. And then you get the ones that stand up for themselves. They grow a set. And they speak out like the Rusevs and the Brody Lees and the FTRs and the Cardonas and all them, man. You know, that like they start saying something. Even Cardona before the release, man. Cardona was starting to fucking ask for more TV time out to the public. You know, just slowly but surely, man, start to grow a set and stand up for yourself. You know, if you truly believe in yourself, man, WWE is not the only game in town. You'll be just fine. Yeah, PB Sillapride, there's just too many yes men in the company. They're just there for the paycheck. Even if their career could be a lot better, they're okay with just staying status quo, man. You know what I mean? The checks are coming in. Kofi has a steady job there for the rest of his fucking career. So he's not going to fuck over Vince at all. He's not going to say anything stupid. And instead, he's going to basically tell the fans to, listen, relax, just watch. And I can't stand that, man. Even if you're going to be a company dude, find a way to not insult the fans' intelligence too. That's all I ask. Scott McMinn, 20 spot, man. Scott McMinn with 4 Starbucks, 6 Dunkins. Scott, thank you, brother. Not needed, always appreciated. My money is on Pooh Bear and Tigger to take the tag titles. Extreme Honey match. Book it, Vince. It's good shit. Bro, come on, dude. If Pooh and Tigger win a fucking match, that's captivating, BC. Whatever they're putting together this Sunday is not captivating, BC. I'll take a fucking Pooh and Tigger fucking honey match in a heartbeat, Scott McMahon. Pimpe Zeus, Feispa. Thank you, Scott. Pimpe Zeus. Once I saw that freaking rematch for Raw, I watched Victory Road instead. Pimpe Zeus, much better fucking card. Much better show. Victory Road will run circles around what we saw last night. I don't care who the fuck says it was a good show last night. If you follow this review and you listen to my words, there's no way you could say any of this is fucking wrong. You'd be lying to yourself, not BC, and I won't have it. Pimpe Zeus, good to have you up in here, man. Terrence Burrs, 5 spot. Haven't seen Terrence in a minute. What up, Terrence? Thank you for the coffee. Shayna has been losing for over a year, including to Lana, but all of a sudden is booked dominantly against Nia. Makes no sense. Yeah, Terrence, I'm just glad she's finally getting this, but until it's consistent, I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. But even more disturbing, Terrence, is the fact that they did this in a heel versus heel nature, where nobody can even look at Shayna as, like, what did she turn? Is she now more of a heel? Is she supposed to be the face because we dislike Nia more? The crowd didn't know what to do. And that transcends right to the crowd at home. And this was lackluster personified. So, Terrence Burrs, it makes no sense in many ways. Thanks for the coffee, dude. Smelly Wrestling Geek is back with a coffee 5 spot. Basler won. WWE does surprise us every now and then. Yeah, I thought for sure this was going to end in a fruit roll-up. When it didn't, I was shocked. And then she actually won the match. I was absolutely floored at that. Smelly Wrestling Geek. Ain't no fucking doubt, man. I couldn't believe they had Shayna win. But we're going to get to that coming up. I think that's, that's coming up actually right when we're done with the first round of supers. We're going to get to the second hour of this review. So that's going to start it off. Wrestling Geek. Thank you, dude. Carlos! What up, Carlos? Carlos Ray, 5 spot. BC, back in the day, Bearcat Wright was a big deal way before Ernie, the cat lad. Oh, I know, Carlos. That's why I brought him up, man. A lot of people, Carlos, consider him. I think it was the NWA. Somebody can correct me if I am wrong on that. See, that's when I will ask. But I think he was recognized as the first ever, before Ron Simmons or anybody. I think it was Bearcat Wright that was he's viewed as the first ever champion, African-American champion, I should say. I should have clarified that. Not first ever. First ever African-American champion. I think we consider Ron Simmons, right? But if you do your history and do your research, the first ever Bearcat was recognized by many as the first ever African-American champion. So anyway, Carlos, my point is, I'm going into the history books. You're exactly right, man. A pretty big deal for sure. And unfortunately, he's just nobody that really the name doesn't really resonate with anybody today. But Carlos, I stand firm that Keith Lee should not be a Bearcat. Even if it's homage, the limitless Keith Lee was working so good. Even when he got to the Royal Rumble on the main roster and face-to-face with Roman, limitless Keith Lee, it just rings a bell, man. It was just perfect. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And now he's coming back as the limitless is gone. He's got his nice little fucking singlet on. He's got his new fucking music. He's been stripped away of his confidence and self-esteem by Vince. And now they're going to call him Bearcat Lee. Just doesn't do it for me, man. It's not right, Carlos. And you know that, man. But yeah, absolutely, man. And I remember the cat lad too, man. Ernie Ladd. I used to have his fucking, the rubber action figure. Remember the big ones? And they were fucking, I don't know if it was like a rubber or not, but they weren't like the Mattel ones where it's plastic, man. They were huge rubber action figures, bro. It was Andre the Giant, Hillbilly Jim, Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, Paul Ondorf, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Brutus Beefcake, and Ernie Ladd had one as well. So, anyway. Or SD Jones was up in there, man. SD Jones, I remember I had. That was a different one, though. That was a different type of action figure, SD Jones. I don't know, man. I don't know why I'm going that much into the history books. Carlos, you just bring up a little bit of history, and then I just start fucking going with it, man. Carlos, thank you, brother. Smurfy Tunes, 5 spots. Sega will own the rights to Sonic the Keith Hog, and we lose him to a video game company. Thanks, Vince. Hashtag Smurfy Tunes. Legit, bro. Fucking Sega. Lose him to a video game. Sonic the Keith Hog. I love that, Smurfy Tunes. We ain't that far away with Vince. PB Pride $4.99. Triple H isn't the only ones that has to find his marbles. Most of the superstars are cowards too. PB Pride, it goes back to what we were just talking about. It's just they're very yes men. They're very happy collecting the check. And if you're somebody like Kofi, who I respect, but he's got a comfortable place in that on that roster, in that company. Kofi's not losing his job. Not anytime fucking sooner, at least unless he does something really stupid. Kofi's fine. So I'm okay if you want to be a company dude, if that's what you think is best for your family and you're going to keep that steady income and you don't want to gamble on yourself and your talents elsewhere, that's cool. But don't shit on the fans. That's what I don't like, right? Everybody always says when you hear an interview like we just went over a couple of times with Kofi saying everybody should just basically just watch it and stop always needing to know what happens. Well, the problem is we always know what happens because it's so predictable. We don't want to be predictable. But what happens when they pull these interviews is everybody says, well, what do you expect him to say? He's not going to throw his boss under the bus. Okay, so I also don't want him to throw fans under the bus. Find a diplomatic way where you can toe the line, right? Toe the line. Bitch your way out of it. That's fine. I'll still have respect for Kofi, and at least he didn't fucking throw fans under the bus. But to say that we're basically the issue because we just want the product to be better and not predictable, because we want storylines to get us to a big pay-per-view match and not just see the match just because it should be a good match, bro, that's not good. So PB Pride, absolutely. Chubless the Bear, just supporting with some coffees, man. Chubless the Bear, appreciate you, bro. Thank you, dude. Bobby Stevens, $4.99, 5-spot coffee. Bobby Stevens, WWE loses in the key demo by 2 to 5,000, and these are the shows we get. What kind of free matches will we get if AEW beats them 10 to 15K? Much love, brother. Right back to you, Bobby Stevens. Thanks for the contribution, man. Not needed, always appreciated. And you're exactly right. You got to feel like a lot of this is just being countering, right? It's countering Monday Night Football. It's countering Tony Khan. It's countering all the buzz that AEW has. It's countering NFL just being back and pulling in some decent ratings. And now it's just the whole company has gone more haywire than before. It was already off the tracks. Now it's just like a fucking 18-wheeler just hit that train even farther off the track. Now it's off a cliff. Well, how the fuck are you going to get a locomotive back onto a cliff and then back onto the tracks? That's the predicament that we're in right now, Bobby Stevens. Thank you, dude. Carlos Ray, another 5 spot, says BC. That's just it. They have no stock in Big E. As bad as that sounds, it's the truth. Exclamation point, Carlos. No question, bro. You are absolutely correct. They don't have stock in Big E. If this is not transitional champion, it's the closest thing to it. I don't know if this dude makes it out of 2020 as the champion. I got 2021, not 2020. Let's forget about that year. I don't even know if he makes it to the Royal Rumble because Vince McMahon sees one fucking value in him. Bounce around with the New Day members. That's the shtick that Vince will not really wholeheartedly see Big E as a singles competitor. He'll never truly give him the vehicle. He will always put him in the van with everyone else. But somebody else will always be fucking drive, man. It'll be a collection. The whole van will pass around driver responsibilities. He'll never get his own vehicle. He'll never have his own keys by Vince. Right? That's like somebody buying you a new car, but saying you can't have the keys. Somebody else has to drive you around. He doesn't need to be rubbing shoulders with the New Day. We saw this with Kofi's title reign, and it went off the rails. We're doing the same fucking thing now with Big E. 7 days after he won the title, he's already rubbing shoulders with the New Day members. And he lost 2 matches last night. Not 1, 2. So now we start a streak. Absolutely, Carlos. Big Nang, 5-spot coffee. Big Nang says, imagine Bray shows up on AEW with an evil clown mask, similar to Fiend. Look, with a blend to a clown would have been a killer. Hold on. Similar to Fiend look with a blend to a clown would have been a killer-ass character. I don't know exactly what you were trying to say there, Big Nang, but I mean, Bray's going to show up and be badass. He's going to look badass, and he's going to captivate. So, Big Nang, there is no imagine. It's going to happen. I hope it's not with Impact because Bray Wyatt is too big of a name, and he deserves a bigger stage like AEW. But when he comes, he's not coming just like WWE where they're just throwing anything out there and seeing what sticks. No, they're going to literally, Bray Wyatt, Tony Khan, they're going to think of something masterful, and he's coming to fucking captivate. I don't care if it's with a mask, a badass mask, a regular fucking Ronald McDonald mask. Bray Wyatt is going to look badass, and he's going to dominate and captivate. It's going to happen. Trust me. So big name, absolutely. Larry Lockett, $9.99. Guess what day it is? Hump Day. Larry Lockett, thank you for the couple of coffees, bro. What's the streamers? Is it birthday? Is it Larry Lockett's birthday today? Is that what that? I think we gave you a pre-birthday last week, didn't we? I forget, man. There was over 100 supers in the last stream. Anyway, if it is Larry's birthday, happy birthday, Larry! Larry Lockett! I'd sing happy birthday to you, but no, I would not. I'm not singing on the fucking stream. Larry Lockett, happy birthday. Or if you're just telling everyone it's hump day, then it's hump day, yes. Even more importantly, or maybe you're just giving the streamers because, oh, it's not hump day, it's Tuesday. Fuck am I talking about? That's a BC botch. I just botched, so it has to be your birthday. It's not even hump day. I was about to say it's AEW Dynamite Grand Slam tonight, but we have to wait 24 hours. We have to let Raw linger for another 24 hours. Anyway, I don't even know what day it is. Larry Lockett, thank you. It's another day to drink a lot of coffee and whoop some ass. Three-Eyed Bro, 5-Spot Coffee, just stopping by and saying hi. Three-Eyed Bro, I appreciate it, man. Haven't seen you in a minute. It's always good to see you up in here, even if it's here and there. Three-Eyed Bro. Much love and respect, brother. Thank you. Hold on, guys. We got several more in round one of the supers, and then I'll get to hour number 2 in the review. I assure you. Stay here for as long as it fucking takes. Dave Mealy with another $4.99 coffee. I'm surprised that Vince didn't mute the crowd during Big E's mention of Brody Lee during his speech. Yeah, that was a really cool moment that I forgot to even mention. When he's thanking everybody for making this happen, and just the Brody mention, or he didn't. It was a roundabout way, but we knew exactly. And the whole crowd just started chanting Brody, dude. What a moment, man. I think there was so much just illogical bullshit happening with that segment and the segments to follow that I totally forgot to even mention that. So thank you, Dave Mealy, for reminding me of that. Such a cool moment for sure. And yeah, I'm surprised fucking Vince didn't mute that, because Vince took Ric Flair out of the fucking opening sequence. You guys see that? Ric Flair's woo, I believe, was totally taken out. So Ric Flair had to go and make a statement. He made a few statements last night, but yeah, Vince isn't playing with that public image, bro. Eric Decker, 5-Spot Coffee, having Big E joining the New Day again makes no sense. It's just a desperation move to boost ratings. They should just combine everything together. Here's my thing, Eric Decker, and you're right. You're absolutely right, and that's exactly what we're talking about. It's one of two things. If you're going to have a brand split, Eric Decker, then do it correctly. If you're going to have a brand split, don't half-ass it. Not even Roman or the Bloodline. And if you're a WWE champion, you stay on the WWE brand, which is currently Raw. None of this flip-flopping. Doesn't make sense, and they give it a new name all the fucking time. A wild card rule. And then it's a brand invitational. And then like last night, it's just for no reason. I mean, I can't even keep score anymore. This is utter trash. Nothing makes sense with the company. These are facts. It's not an opinion. So I'm not asking anybody, or I'm not looking for anyone to go, I disagree, basically, because I don't give a fuck if you... I want you to take your disagreement, take it up, shine it real fucking nice, and stick it straight up your fucking ass. I don't even care if it's a candy ass. It could be a honey bun ass. It could be a fucking Mountain Dew ass. Stick it right up there. I don't care about your disagreement. I don't care if you disagree with something I'm saying. When I do these reviews, I'm speaking facts, so that we're all on the same page and we can help make it better. So, brand split, make it a brand split. If you're not going to do it, if you're going to have people coming over anyway, then just end it. And then I guess you're going to have to unify all the titles, which means a lot more people are not going to get shine. But are they really getting shine now? The titles are fucking useless and meaningless and not prestigious at all. The champions look like fucking no better than Brooklyn Brawler or Barry Horowitz half the time. Duke the Dumpster Drosy. They look no fucking better than Bastion Booger half the time, or the Great Khali, or fucking Giant Gonzalez. Fucking Pablo Montoya. You do it, and you do it correctly, or you don't do it. Which is it? No half-assing this shit, bro. And that's what the company does far too often. They half-ass it. And then when they want to get themselves out of a jam, right? When they're in a pinch, they just make erratic decisions that don't make sense. Too many things on this show last night just didn't make sense. Eric Decker, thanks, dude. Scott McMinn, another 10-spot, couple of coffees. Scott, man, much love and appreciation. Back to Scott. Wooden bowl in spoon for sale. Bro, you start going to live events, and it's only a matter of time, Scott, before you start seeing the Oliver Twist, Vince McMahon, wooden bowl and wooden spoons, because all the Timmy and Jerry's are going to eat them up, man. They're going to gobble them up. Mommy, can I get the wooden bowl and spoon? I want to go up to Vince and say, please, sir, can I have some more bullshit stew? Oh, Scott, right next to the fucking Bloodline t-shirts. Your wooden bowl and wooden spoons. Unique butterfly. Couple of 5-spot coffees. Hearing Nia scream like a banshee gave me so much overselling vibes. Terrible. She's became a clown show. I think she knows that. I think she wasn't really getting a response anyway. She was so poorly booked. Nia Jax, you look at Nia Jax, you can't fuck this up. Let her be a fucking beast. That's her booking. I mean, they fucked Nia Jax up so much. And then you look at the pure sheer wrestling. She's not one of the greatest wrestlers, obviously. So when you're already limited, if you get bad booking on top of it, bro, you're fucked. And so I think Nia Jax knows now that as long as I get a reaction, I mean, if they laugh at me, that's fine. I'll be the fucking class clown. You know, I remember, you guys remember weeks ago, my hole? And she was running around grabbing her hole. I mean, and now screaming like it was a pig that was about to fall off the same cliff as Monday Night Raw. Like fucking Negan from The Walking Dead is about to fucking do this pig in, and Nia's just fucking squealing. So I think that's what it is. And Unique also says the performances by Roman, Biggie, and Lashley, I will praise. The triple threat match was nothing more to try to take steam away from AEW in the ratings. Yeah, I mean, there was good epic. There was good epic. That makes sense. Good, great, or epic, BC. There was good moments in this match, but nothing epic. And that's the fucking problem. When everybody is literally before this match, if you looked online, everybody was blowing their load on this match, Bloodline versus New Day. And I'm over here like, what are we doing? Have we all lowered our standards that fucking much? This is just the Usos versus the New Day for the 825th time, just adding in Roman. And when it was all said and done, you only got a 13-minute match. Take away the 3.5 minutes of break, and you only saw 10 minutes of this match. And it was just good. I was right again. I don't want to be, but I always am. Unique Butterfly, thank you. You're the best, man. Reginald Rambo. Reginald with a 2-spot. I didn't hear anything about it. What the fuck is Bearcat? Bearcat is a name that Keith Lee came out to last night in a dark match, mind you, because he's not good enough to Vince McMahon to actually be on Raw. So Bearcat was on a dark match or a main event match last night, Reginald Rambo. So Reginald, that is Keith Lee's new name. It's no longer Limitless, because that was too badass, that was cool, and that was working. So now we're going to call him Bearcat. And there was already a Bearcat decades ago in WWE. So again, maybe this is paying homage to him. That's fine. Keith Lee should still not be a Bearcat. He should be Limitless, because it works. Now we're getting Keith the Bearcat? Or Bearcat Lee? Or Keith the Bearcat? I don't even know, and I don't want to know. We're just playing a game right now of how much more can we fuck somebody up. Just like Karrion Kross. Let's take the fucking manager away. Let's change his whole entrance. Let's fucking put leather suspenders on him. Let's give him a medieval times helmet. Let's have him lose his first fucking match. Let's take him off Raw last night. Let's give him just a vignette. Reginald, thank you, dude. The fourth one, 5-spot coffee. OBC at work at the moment, just checking in. Thank you, fourth one. Thank you for checking in and just smashing that up, showing the love, fourth one. Remember last week, the guy I put on his neck for the $200 of meat? Well, he tried to file charges. Hey, bro, you got to do what you got to do, fourth one. We all run into those fucking issues, man, and you take care of that business, man. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, man. Unfortunately, you can't just go around doing that these days, man, because everybody... Speed dial, man. They got the fucking law enforcement right there. Speed dial. Fourth one. Good luck, man, with that. Christopher Blackshear, $4.99 coffee. E loses twice last night, and Roman is on Raw. Anything Vince can do to pop a rating. Tag titles change hands. Isn't there a pay-per-view this Sunday? Yeah, it's called Normal Rules, Christopher Blackshear. Normal rule. I'm taking the extreme out. I'm not even waiting for Vince to change this or add things last minute. On Friday, I'm sure there's going to be 2 to 3 matches that are going to get fucking extreme rules or a stipulation. I'm done. I'm not waiting to the last minute because this company has nothing. Because this company didn't think ahead. We all have to... How do you get excited for this 48 hours before when they're going to... Less than 48 hours. I wouldn't be surprised if WWE issues stipulations for a couple of their matches before SmackDown. Like if you just get an email notification saying that one of the matches is now a stipulation, I wouldn't doubt it. Because this is what they usually do on Tuesday and Wednesday afternoons. They have the board meetings and they decide what stupid decision next they can make. So don't get it twisted, man. We might not even wait till Friday. They might just try to like throw on emails like stipulations. I mean, this is what I mean. You wonder why people are not excited about the product? They're not even giving you the fucking card, and we're days away. Can't make it up, bro. These are all facts. Christopher Blackshear, thanks, bro. Scott McMinn, another 5-spot coffee. Thank you, Scott. Wow, what a go-home show. Hands up. The fucking shrug shoulder emoji is the one that I give it. Believe that, Scott. This is a go-home show, bro. Go-home show. And if you watch this show back, right, if BC tells you this is a go-home show, right, let's chill the amplification for a second. Let's talk calmly. If you go back and watch this show knowing that this is the go-home show to Extreme Rules, you tell me what anything you saw last night had to do for Extreme Rules. You tell me, because I already know the answer. Nothing in the entire 3 hours had anything. And the moments that did make you fucking befuddled. Like Jeff Hardy, who lost the #1 contenders or the contenders match last week, but then for some reason, not only got another chance this week, but he didn't even have to pin Damien like last week. He just had to pin now Sheamus. And I'll get to that. And this is why I say it's all befuddling bullshit. Nothing makes sense. And the fans are not to blame for not enjoying this product anymore. Vince has to look in the mirror. People have to grow a set and start talking to Vince. It has to be an intervention at this point. Because the train is no longer off the tracks. Now the train is off the cliff. Now you have to somehow pick the train up, put it back on the cliff, and then the tracks. Scott McMinn. I can't believe that was a go-home show. Unique Butterfly, 5-spot coffee. It's clear when it comes to the interaction between Alexa and Charles, WWE was obviously trying to duplicate the explosiveness of Britt and Ruby. Yeah, I kind of got those vibes as well, but I think Vince knew that he couldn't actually go that far. So they did make it a little bit more jokey. They did add a more talk on the doll. But you are right. There were some zingers in there. I think they had a little bit of leeway on what to say. A little bit. Just a little bit. And that leeway was actually the best part of that promo. And I'll get to that coming up. Unique Butterfly. Thank you. That was the first round, guys, of Supers. Now, that was all, man. You guys rocked the first round like it was all the Supers, man. Damn. Now, what I like to do, man, I want to go over at least the next hour in this review, and then I'll go back to some more Supers. I assure you guys, all right? So, we start off with, this is what I mean. I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to start off with this. How out of touch with reality is this company, I would ask, right? And I have an answer for you. Don't worry. You don't have to answer that. How out of touch with reality is this company? For the 4th week in a row, we got a heel versus heel women's matchup. 3 weeks ago, Charlie versus Nia. 2 weeks ago, Charlie versus Nia rematch. Last week, Charlie versus Shayna. And this week, Nia Jax versus Shayna Basler. Bro, that's all legit, man. That's the last 4 weeks. Heel versus heel. And what this does is it takes your crowd out of it. Because you look at a lot of these crowds that pay money to go to these arenas, a lot of them are casuals. They don't know who the fuck to cheer for. You got a heel versus heel, and that's why you hear a lot of quiet, a lot of fucking pins dropping. And then when you do what you did last night with the heel, or the turn, I'm just going to call it the turn. And then you wonder why not only are people silent, but people are fucking laughing. They're not invested with this because it's not like a face tag team just separated. For 4 weeks, you gave them heel versus heel, and then one of the heels turns on the other heel. This doesn't work. Or if it does work, it was properly done and built up. The story was well balanced and maintained. We all know that this wasn't. This match was maybe 2 minutes long. Shayna Basler versus Nia Jax. If you went to refill your coffee, it was over. Shockingly, not only did Basler not lose by a fruit roll-up, Basler didn't lose this at all. Basler actually won this match. Basler actually won a match. And again, this was in 2 minutes, so you're still getting a 2-minute Basler match. They still won't let her wrestle more than 2 minutes. But she won this match, man. She passed out Jax. Post-match, she attacks Jax again and breaks her hand by stomping it on the steps. First, it was in the steps, like the handles, and then she stomped it on the steps. So, and this is what I mean, man. The crowd was confused as fuck. You go back and watch, again, you don't even got to take my word for it, man. I already know I'm right because I watched it twice, unfortunately. But I want to make sure you guys are getting the best possible review. The crowd was absolutely fucking silent for this, man. They didn't even know what to do. They didn't know who's the good guy, right? Nia's getting tooled on. Usually that means she becomes the face. But we all know there's no connection with Nia, and we respect Shayna. So does Shayna now become the face? The crowd didn't know. And I gotta be honest, 3 decades plus watching this product, I don't even know where Vince is truly gonna go with this, because I'm sure that'll change every fucking minute leading up to the next possible show that Shayna is on. None of it. In fact, there was a dude front row. You can go back and watch this. Again, I've done my research, man. There was a dude front row just laughing hysterically throughout this. While Shayna is breaking the hand, the arm of Nia Jax, there's a dude front row just laughing hysterically with his buddy, and I can't blame him. I can't fucking blame him at all. You have to just laugh at how bad the booking is here. Like, who is going to care about this turn? And we just have to call it a turn. So now Nia Jax is going to be a good guy when she comes back. That's all we need. A 17th Nia Jax face and heel turn. Because just like Charlie Flair, there's no connection. So they constantly turn Charlie Flair face and heel 17 times. We've seen the same thing with Nia Jax. We've seen this with the Big Show back in the day and Kane. When the connection is gone, or in this case, never there with Nia, they flip her. Vince McMahon thinks if we keep flipping them face, heel, people are going to care. So does Nia come back as a face? Or is Shayna now the face? So Shayna Basler is now a fucking face. That's not what we want. We want a badass heel Shayna Basler. It's what we've asked for from day one. At least now we're going to get a badass face Basler. But how long does that last as a face? Vince is going to make that last maybe 2 weeks? I wouldn't be surprised if Basler's already losing again next week. This was stupid. Nobody knows what to think because it's dumb. Who's the fucking good guy here? Who's the bad guy? If your audience in attendance, who's a lot built up as the fucking the casual, and they don't fucking care, you honestly think the diehards watching at home give a fuck? Beggars can't be choosers. At least Basler looked fucking badass for one match. For one night in 2021, we'll all remember Basler won a match. Then, oh, get this. Oh, we're moving on in this review. Get this, man. You thought this was bad so far, right? You thought this was right. Everybody online's telling you this was such a good Raw until you got to BC's review, and now I'm really showing all the loopholes. You may have enjoyed Raw, and that's fine. But don't say it was good, because I'm exposing that right now. It was far from good. Check this out. Ali and Mansoar, the man that soars. He's in a tag match with Ali once again, taking on Humberto and Garza, Angel Garza. Now, are we supposed... I mean, literally, what the shit? As Negan would say from The Walking Dead, what the shit? Are we supposed to forget what Garza did to Humberto? And bro, just like that, Expecto Petroleum, Potter waves his wand. And they're just a tag team with no story as to why they're together other than a pre-match video recording where Humberto is saying we're back together because we're family and family is bond and we're strong. Or something. I don't know. They did like a 10-second pre-match video. Just saying that they're back together. But any wrestling fans remember what Garza did to Humberto. Or Andrade did to Humberto. So if you're going to put them back together, again, all's we're asking for. It's Vince's company. He can put them back together. In fact, they could work together. We know that. But if you're going to do it, all we ask for is that you make it make sense, right? Make a story out of it so that we care and that we can think, hey, I could see that happening. But out of the blue? And Vince just always puts people that look alike together. That's Vince. And this is what I mean about ignorance. I'll never call him that R word because I don't know him personally. But it's ignorance if you think that just because somebody looks like another person, let's put him in a tag team. Ali we all knew, dude, don't act like you didn't know that when Mansoar got to the roster, he was not going to tag up with Ali. We all deep down knew it. We just didn't want to say it. It was only a matter of time before Ali and Mansoar were in a tag team. Just like it was only a matter of time before Garza was back in a team with Humberto. Just like you were going to see Bobby Lashley and Cedric and Shelton all on a team. Just like you were going to see Asuka immediately. You knew when Kairi Sane came. Don't act like you didn't know Kairi was going to be in a tag team with Asuka. You knew that Kairi and Asuka was going to be in a tag team. The only thing we didn't know is how stupid was their team name going to be. Kabuki Warriors. Guys, I can keep going. This is how simple-minded Vince is. Damn, you look like Ali, Mansoar. I'm gonna put you together. Kairi Sane, you're from Japan, huh? I know another woman from Japan. Her name is Asuka, and you're together now. Nobody has identity, bro. Not if you're fucking a minority. You better run for the fucking hills because I'm telling you right now, he gonna pitch you and he's gonna put you in your group. Because that's how he thinks. You're in a fucking group. How is nobody else fucking irritated by that? Ali, just let Ali go. Let's see what Ali has. The second I saw Mansoar, I said, oh, fuck, man. Ali's done. He's going to be in a tag team. I knew it. I didn't know how bad they were going to be. I thought they would be given a little something. I thought they would be given something. I mean, at this point, because Humberto picks up the W here on Ali. Humberto picks up the fucking W here, and that's another issue in itself. Because Ali and Mansoar are just losing every week. It's not like every other week. It's not even 50-50 booking. What are they doing with Ali and Mansoar? If you're not going to honestly give them some respect, not even an iota, then just let them free, man. They will make a ton of money on their own. But at this point, Ali and Mansoar would get more respect if they worked at the local Olive Garden. Honestly, if Ali was a fucking busboy and Mansoar was the cook backstage, back of the fucking restaurant. So Ali's cooking it up, or Ali's serving it, Mansoar's cooking it up, they'd get more respect. They'd get badass tips. They'd get smiles from the patrons and thank you and respect. And we joke, but it's true. If you're talking about where you work, they would get more respect at the local Olive Garden because Vince is giving them nothing. Hold on. Checking my notes for something, guys. Hold on. Oh, I knew it was coming up. I knew there was 2 of them last night. You guys are gonna know what I'm talking about in a second. I thought I already passed one. Anyway, that was Humberto and Garza defeating Ali and Mansoar, and these are the questions that I have. But fuck it. I guess I just overthink it. My standards are too high. Just shut up and watch. I'm too negative. I'm an asshole. I get it. Like I haven't been hearing any of it for 5 fucking years. Shut up. And then we end hour number 2 with the Raw tag titles on the line. The Raw tag titles are on the line 6 nights before a fucking pay-per-view. Why? Just save it for the pay-per-view, bro. You can't even say this is for a ratings pop anymore because this was literally just in the middle of the show and it was just a 4-minute match. Four-minute match, tag titles. 5 nights before the pay-per-view. Nobody else is irritated at this illogical bullshit? I'm the only one? Fuck that, I am. Well, I shouldn't be the only one irritated at that. Almost a superhero in Rhea Ripley versus Tamina and Nattie. This again was a 4-minute match. The titles changed hands 6 nights before pay-per-view. They actually had the titles change fucking hands. I couldn't fathom, man. Last week they had Big E take the fucking title. And I love Big E, and I love the moment for him, but I'm like, whoa, you couldn't have just waited to the pay-per-view to give Lashley some respect as well, give the title some respect, and have Big E have a bigger moment? Nope. Have to go against Monday Night Football first week. Yeah, but you didn't tell the story properly, so it's not going to come off as good, and then in the following weeks, you're not going to keep that rating. Nobody wants to think this fucking deep. Nobody's thinking ahead but BC and his unit. So anyway, Ash pins Nattie. Snowball, if you will. Pins Nattie. And the titles change hands. And do you know how? Do you know how these titles changed hands in 4 fucking minutes? Do you know how Nikki Ash, the almost superhero, do you know how she defeated Nattie? I already see the fruits up in here, man. You're damn right. She won via the awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating fruit roll-up. Things got fruity at the end of hour number 2 for Vince McMahon. I was wondering what was taking so long, right? For almost a whole week, there was no fruitiness in WWE, right? Vince wasn't getting down with his fruity self. Vince wasn't tossing around all that fruit backstage. Oh, he was back, and this wasn't the only one. Don't waste your fruit now, unit. Hold on. A lot of you guys are going to have to go right back to the market and purchase more fruit because you're using up all your fruit. There's another fruit roll-up, and it's close by. Oh, you guys are using up your fruit already. Hold up. There's another one coming. A fruit roll-up, and I don't even have the awards this week because I'm just so irritated with this fucking show. But they'll get their award, trust me. Who is it? Nattie will get another one. Nattie's already gotten fucking 10 fruit roll-up awards. She's nowhere near the fucking all-time winner, which is Shayna Basler with 117 fruit roll-up awards. But the lack of care for any of these individuals, the lack of care for the titles, the lack of care for your pay-per-view Sunday, the lack of care for your fucking audience, to have the tag titles defended and change hands 6 nights before the pay-per-view in a 4-minute match by a roll-up. That all happened. That all happened last night. What is happening, man? I guess that's the theme. What is happening with this company? Just when you think it can't possibly get worse, it finds a fucking way. Berto and Humberto and Garza. When Garza did what he did to Berto, and then they're just back. They're just back, just like that. Nia and Shayna with a turn, but it doesn't make sense, and the fans can't get behind either one of them because it doesn't make sense. Roman and the Usos are on Raw, but they're SmackDown talent. This has nothing to do with a wild card, or it just doesn't make sense. Big E wins a championship last week, a week before the fucking pay-per-view. This week, 6 days or 2 weeks before, 6 days before, the tag titles are changing hands. Guys, I'm just coming up with all this shit top of my dome piece. Can you see how many fucking holes are in this company? How illogical it is, bro. We're just asking for a better product so that we can be captivated. So that when I do a review, I can talk about a Raw review like I do with AEW Dynamite, much more positively because shit's being done more correctly. I'm not saying AEW is flawless, but they're a hell of a lot better than this garbage. Not even close. It's a different league, bro. So I understand that people are going to cry when they come across this type of review. Right? And people are going to say I'm negative and I'm an asshole. And I'm so mean. And I'm nitpicking. Or being overly dramatic about it. But bro, everything I'm saying is a great concern. I just want everybody to know that you can raise your standards. Right now, they're resting on laurels, but even beyond that, they're resting on the fact that most of you are stupid. That's what Vince is thinking. You're not going to remember what happened with Garza and Humper. You're not going to care what happened last week with Jeff Hardy. So that when they do what they did this week with Jeff Hardy, you're not going to question it. You're not going to question the brand split, even though we have a draft coming up next week. They want you to be oblivious to all of this. And when somebody like me comes around, they can't stand it. And then you have fans that literally coddle everything WWE does, and they can't stand it. But that's tough shit. Somebody has to call this out, bro. This is not good. This is an entire show. And when that went off the air, man, everybody got their giggle shorts on, right? Everyone put their little giggling shorts on, and we all went, oh, what a good show. Some of the things I saw last night was, I don't know what happened last night, but it was a good show. I can't describe it, but tonight just felt like a good show. That's great if you enjoyed it, man. I wish I could have. Again, I'm just up here standard-wise. But if you honestly enjoyed it, bro, I'm not going to try to tell you not to or, hey, no, you didn't. What I am going to fucking ask is that you raise your fucking standards and don't lie. Just because you enjoyed it does not mean it was good. Every single segment I am ripping apart with facts that are literally hitting you in the face like a ton of bricks. Like a brick wall. I'm not even nitpicking at any of this. This is just loopholes and illogical gaps that are sitting right there in front of all of us, and they need to be addressed. Because only then will you have a better product. I certainly hope most comprehend. I know my unit does. It's frustrating. It's frustrating because when you have enough people go, that was a good show, it's not going to force the company to make any actually good shows. I can't believe they had the tag titles change hands last night. 4 minutes, 6 nights before Extreme Rules, and with a roll-up. But that's what happened. And I probably should have expected that. I probably should have fucking expected that. Before we get over to hour number 3, let me get a second round of supers up in here, guys. I know we're headed toward 2 hours, man. A lot of amplification here, brah. A lot. A lot needs to be addressed, talked about with this pay-per-view. I got to find out where I left off. Hold on. Oh, shit. We had a lot of second round here, guys. Hold on. Let's clear the interaction between... oh, okay. I got a Big Nang. You're going to start off the second round, brother. Big Nang, 5-spot coffee. BC, would you be on board with Edge after he's done with Seth? Then he gets drafted to Raw and plant seeds for an Edge versus Styles for WrestleMania 38. Absolutely, Big Nang. That's fun. That's fun. And I love Edge. I would have AJ Styles win that. Because I think Edge is going to go beyond 38. I mean, I'm sorry. AJ Styles is. And he could really use that. Edge, I don't see him going too far beyond 38. So, yeah, I like that idea. And then I would have AJ Styles defeat Edge. Yeah, I like that. Thank you, brother. Good thinking there, man. Enforcer 2K9, 5-spot coffee. Shayna finally snapped and said, I ain't taking the L this time. Queen of Spades is back. Hopefully, in parentheses. Yeah, Enforcer 2K9, that's my problem with it. It just wasn't done correctly. But that's why I said Enforcer 2K9. Beggars can't be choosers sometimes. I'm taking it. It may not have been done correctly, but if they can continuously book her to be more like this and not just eating fruit roll-up after fruit roll-up every week, then Enforcer 2K9, that's the Shayna we want to fuck with. Absolutely. Enforcer 2K9. Thanks, brother. VC Stallion, 199. VC Stallion says ABC, is NXT title a world title in your opinion? Absolutely. I do feel so. I don't know if WWE recognizes it anymore. VC Stallion, I know they took Charlotte's titles away, didn't they? Or not away, but they don't count them or something. I heard somebody say that they took Charlotte's NXT count away from her main actual count. I don't do that. Like when Karrion Kross came to the main roster, Karrion Kross was a heavyweight champion. I don't give a fuck. When Owens held it, when Sami Zayn or a Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, that's a heavyweight champion, man. So yes, VC Stallion. Short answer, yes. Unique Butterfly, a couple of 5-spot coffees. Unique. Will somebody please get, Unique says, will somebody please get Eva Marie the fuck off of our TVs? She is awful with a capital A. I agree, Unique. I absolutely agree. And it's not even shade being thrown to Eva. What it is it's you're losing great talent like Mickie James because you honestly think this person is going to be more valuable. I told you she wouldn't be. And here we are months later. And I was right. It's not shade to Eva. That's how much we respect somebody like Mickie. It's just amazing that we have to waste time on storylines like Dewie Drop and Eva Marie. And she can't wrestle. That's not my opinion. That's not throwing shade. We're all giving everybody facts. We all know for a fact she cannot actually wrestle. Like wrestling, what you do in the ring, she can't do it. If she's being honest, she would be the first to say that. That's why she's in 60-second matches. Or if it's more than 60 seconds, she runs away. And she tries to make it 3 or 4 minutes. That's not shade. That's what's happening, guys. So how long can you play this charade? Mickie James would have been a million times better. But no, let's throw her away and let's have Eva Marie get storylines and airtime. So I agree. Oh, fuck. I got to go all the way back. Who was that? Unique Butterfly. No doubt. Hold on. I got to find Unique Butterfly back, man. Hold on. Oh, there you are. Yeah, Unique. And Unique with another 5 says, Super Brutality are the new tag team champions. Yay. I don't even call them Super Brutality because that's super stupid. So Unique Butterfly, I forgot that that's even their name. So that tells you something, doesn't it? It's just the women's version of Randy Orton and Matt Riddle. Where Orton has to play the father of Matt Riddle. Rhea Ripley has to play the father of this little fucking 6-year-old toddler about to go out for a Halloween to get her candy bucket filled. And Rhea Ripley has to fucking hold Nikki's hand to every house that has a fucking light on. And then she's going to go and get her fucking candy filled. And then it's a cool moment, right? When Nikki's crushed down the street, right? Little Riddle comes out, man. Riddle's got his, right? Randy, his father's taking him out to trick or treat. And then they cross each other and they give each other an eye, right? Ooh, they're crushing. It's a fucking father-toddler tantrum. And when Vince McMahon saw that so many fans loved RK Bro, he said, we're going to keep doing it. Let's do it for the women. And now we're getting Super Brutality. Super fucking mind-numbingly dumb. Super stupidity. Unique also says with a 2-spot, it's Bruce's fault that I was late for work today. Unique. We always love to poke fun at the people that blame Bruce Pritchard. And you guys know I'm not going to rehash this, but for 10 years, this product has been getting worse and worse. A lot of those years, Bruce wasn't even there. So I don't blame anybody but Vince. Vince is the reason this gets worse and worse. When it's this bad for this long, you have to blame the owner. And that's why Unique Butterfly knows that BC only blames one person on this channel. It's not Kevin Dunn. It's not Bruce Pritchard. It's not Vince Russo. It's not 617 writers. It's not Custodian Carl. It's not Do Nothing Deborah or Receptionist Rebecca. It's Vince McMahon, brah. So you can blame everybody else for everything else, like Unique being late for work. You can blame Bruce. You can blame Bruce if your fucking coffee wasn't roasted correctly. You can blame Bruce if a fucking car just ran over your best friend. I get it. But you got to blame Vince McMahon for the product being this fucking bad. I'll tell you that much. VC Stallion 199. VC Stallion says, I always considered NXT developmental. So you probably don't consider it a world title then, VC Stallion. Going back to your last question, does BC think that the NXT title is a world title? I do, but if you consider that just developmental, then you probably don't, and that's cool. Neither does Vince, obviously, because he took that award, that prestige, off of Charlotte Flair. So I totally get it, VC Stallion. And now it's going back to definite developmental, it looks like. So, yeah, we'll see. Unique Butterfly, 10-spot, couple of coffees. To be honest, the only reason why I wanted to watch Raw was because of Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. But really, I can't believe I missed AEW Dark for this. Yeah, Dark was probably better, man. I haven't even seen it yet, so probably better, Unique. But I had to catch Raw, obviously, for you guys as well. Not had to, but definitely wanted to. Unique Butterfly with a 2-spot. Oh, no, I already got Unique on that one in that 10-spot. Unique, thank you for it all, man. Not needed, always appreciated. Unique Butterfly. Thomas the Gazelle, 5-spot coffee. I wish Big E would take time off, then return similar to as he made his debut on the main roster. Yeah, and then you definitely separate them, Thomas the Gazelle. No rubbing shoulders with the rest of the New Day, man. If Big E took time off, whether he just asked for it or it's an injury, when he comes back, you got to keep him clear, separate from Kofi and Xavier. Thomas the Gazelle. Absolutely agree. Trying to keep up on this, guys. Hold on. Unique Butterfly with another 5-spot coffee, man. Unique MVP up in here. I'm at work, but I will definitely watch the stream when I get home. Much love to you, BC. Unique, much love and respect right back to you. I will have this up on the channel later, so do not worry, man. So I know I start this stream in the early morning or early day. A lot of people are at work, school, errands. So if you're not one of the hundreds that get to watch this live, I know thousands are going to catch this within the next 36 hours. Thousands of people. If you're one of the thousands, thank you for still coming in and catching the stream, man. And just because you weren't here live does not mean I ain't sending any love and respect right over to your way. So for the thousands that are going to catch us later, much love and respect to you guys, man. I will have this up. I assure you. Unique Butterfly. Carlos! Ray! A little bit of Howard Finkel for you. Carlos, I believe you're right on him being the first NWA Black Champion. It shows that Vince does not think much of Lee and is trying to repackage him. Yeah, Carlos is talking about what we talked about earlier. There was a wrestler named Bearcat back in the day. I believe he was the first ever NWA Black Champion. However, I can't confirm that. I'd have to do a little bit more research. I could have sworn that is what I heard. Carlos is sort of confirming that as well. Or at least a lot of people consider him as the first ever Black NWA Champion. His name was also Bearcat. So it looks like Vince McMahon just wants to kind of take that and put that on Keith Lee, I guess. Ed Wright was his first name wasn't actually Bearcat. His name was Ed Wright. But yeah, I believe he was the first ever. Carlos, I don't think Vince is ever going to see anything in Big E on his own until Big E gets the chance to be such. We haven't really had the longevity of a solo run for Big E. Every time we think we're getting it, he goes right back over to the New Day, and we start getting the same regurgitated shit. Carlos. Mr. Black Ice 22, 5-spot coffee. What up, Mr. Black Ice? Hey, your Packers versus my Niners on Sunday night. I guess I'll put that PG rules on my laptop. I guess, LOL. Big E's booking is trash so far as champion. He lost twice last night, Mr. Black Ice, so nobody can say you're wrong. They can say they don't agree. That's fine. You're not wrong. His booking so far, he is a loser. I think he may have won with Finn Balor on Friday night. But last night, 7 nights after he won the title on this very show, he lost twice, man. I don't care if he was taking the pin or not. He lost. If you look at the win and loss columns, every wrestler has a win and a loss column, man. He's in the loss column twice in one fucking show. So, Mr. Black Ice, you're right. And I thought my Packers and Niners were next Sunday, not this Sunday. Is that this Sunday, Black Ice? Fuck, bro. So, yeah, BC's going to have the multi-televisions rocking. That's going to be a big match, man, for the NFC. The 49ers always give us not only a good challenge, but they beat the shit out of us a lot of times. Mr. Black Ice 22 should be a good game, man. VC Stallion 199. Do you think Josh Matthews should call Raw? LOL. VC Stallion. See the brick wall behind me? Boom! I'll catapult head first. Don't piece first through that son of a bitch. If I ever hear Josh Matthews back in WWE and calling a Monday Night Raw, that is when I literally, remember I said this, if Vince ever wants BC to stop covering this show so I can stop being a mean person, Vince McMahon, all he has to do is have Josh Matthews call this show. If Josh Matthews starts calling Monday Night Raw, BC is done reviewing this show. There you go, Vince. There's your remedy if you want to get the big old bastard BC off the fucking platform. Or at least from calling this show. Just rehire Matthews. How's that? That's all you got to do, brother. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't even want to think of that, VC style. Too funny. Blitzball champ, 10 spot, couple of coffees. Blitzball champ, thanks, brother. It is so sad that a world-class wrestler like Dewdrop, yeah, I'm guessing you're talking Piper Niven when she actually had respect by everybody. So sad that a world-class wrestler like Dewdrop is being reduced to repeated matches with Eva Marie. And I'll take it a step further, Blitzball champ. Even worse is what happens next for Eva Marie. She's not going to get her walking papers. She's going to be in another storyline, and somebody else is now going to have to be brought down several notches. They have to dumb themselves down to do a multi-month feud with Eva Marie. So I feel bad for whoever it's going to be. I feel bad if it's a fucking Shayna Basler or fucking Asuka when she comes back. Or I don't even give a shit if it's a Lacey Evans when she comes back. Somebody is going to have to fuck around now with Eva Marie for a couple of months. Blitzball champ. Thank you, brother. Anis Sarwar, $4.99. Anis. Former live stream champ up in this bitch. Amp unit and alpha males. What's up? What up, Anis? Been a minute, BC. Glad to be here. And to me, Big E will always be an honorary Dark Order member. Yeah, man, that connection with Brody and the way that he represented Brody throughout his passing and last night. I mean, he has been one of the biggest advocates for making sure that Brody's name does not be forgotten. And it won't be. It can't be. But it's so cool to see somebody like Big E doing that. So Anis, no doubt. In fact, you see what AEW is doing with Owen Hart? I don't know if some of you guys saw this, or maybe some of you did, some of you didn't. Owen Hart is now a part of AEW, All Elite, in a roundabout way. His legacy now will forever be more connected with AEW as far as what's happening in the future, because the Owen Foundation and Owen's family, they cut a deal with Tony Khan to really represent Owen Hart in the best of fucking ways, man. They're literally going to do, is it a tournament? For those of you that did hear about this, I think it's a tournament, but they're going to hold a whole night for Owen, man, and to honor Owen Hart. And this will be a traditional thing. And there's going to be Owen Hart merchandise, and there's going to be a lot of Owen Hart in AEW now. And when this whole thing was going with WWE, guys, you couldn't really say a lot about Owen because Martha, who was his wife, Martha just does not like Vince and would not let Vince do certain things. And Vince didn't give a fuck to make it happen, you know? I mean, if I'm Vince and how much we all loved Owen Hart, I'm going to fucking Martha's house. I'm literally, I'm telling her in advance. I'm not just going there. Obviously, you're going to be met with a lot of fucking authority. You're going to be taken away. But I would ask to go or meet at a coffee shop or go to a fucking Domino's Pizza. Right? But I would meet with Martha and do anything imaginable to say how sorry I am, the mistakes that were made, what I want to do going forward with you, the organization, and for Owen. Vince never really made that opportunity, man, or that effort. Vince never did that. Vince has that stubborn side where he said, all right, she doesn't want to do business. She doesn't want to talk. That's fine. Where Tony Khan's over here like, bro, we can't even honor Owen the right way. Like, Tony wants to do that. How cool is that, man? If you ever want to go into the insight of Tony Khan, that's the type of dude this guy is. And he's willing to make a whole fucking tournament out of this. Symbolizes Owen too, man. Owen was a former King of the Ring winner. So, this is just a beautiful thing, man. So I don't want to get too far off topic, and I do have to read even more about that. This is a story that I kind of caught late last night, and I was so fucking happy to hear that Owen Hart is going to be honored more going forward than we have seen in the last fucking 10 plus years, 20, whatever it's been. What the hell was that, guys? 98 when we lost Owen? Jer9 or anybody, whoever's still in the chat, man. Did we lose Owen in 98 or was that 99 or am I even close? 99. 1999. It was in the middle of a fucking pay-per-view, man. And they kept wrestling afterwards. 1999. May 23rd is the actual date. Thank you, guys. Over the Edge. Yeah, how could I forget the name of that? Over the Edge, yep. Kind of a fucking eerie name for that pay-per-view. And they kept wrestling after. Before I continue on, I want to ask my chat something, man. I never asked this. It's a very sensitive topic, but I think we should, I want to gauge you guys, man. Does the show go on or not? Because WWE knew that he had passed. It was like a match or two later, I believe they said that they knew. And they at least, I think they knew that was going to, like, it was bad. And then they found out and they continued to go on with the show. I don't know the answer. So that's why I know it's a sensitive topic, but I want to ask you guys because I don't have the answer. I don't know what my answer is. Do you guys think the show should have went on or no? A lot of you guys are already saying no. Should have stopped the show. I would have ended the show. No. No. I'm just seeing no. This is unanimous. Now I have to go with my unit because I am indecisive on this. I really can't gauge. Like I don't know which way I would go on that. I think I have to go with my unit, man, because we do, man. We stick together on this shit. So I would go with, I guess I would have to go with no, man. I would stick with my people, my unit, my amplified unit. Now here's my question though, guys. How do you end this? I mean, people paid money, not just in attendance, at home. You have a couple of matches left by the time that they knew that Owen had passed. Do you just say what actually happened and the show is over? And you cut to a black screen? Like, does anybody have a way that you could end the show? Because don't forget, this isn't like you're just ending a Broadway show because a tragedy just happened and you just tell the audience that right there, the 25 rows that you have to go home. Jer9, you just end the show, then postpone it. Just got to stop it. Refund or reschedule. So you guys are just straight out like, dude, a dude just passed away. Stop the show. I don't give a fuck how you do it. I respect that. I respect the hell out of that, guys. I hear you. I love how you guys did not bat an eyelash. But you guys, I just asked a question. You guys were just like, fucking no. That show stops right the fuck there, brah. This dude just died in that ring. I love my unit, man. There's no bullshit with my amplified unit. There's none. There is none, bro. I ask a question, you're just like BC, bro. You're going to know what's on our fucking minds, bro. You're going to know what's on our fucking dope pieces. We don't bullshit. They stopped the show for a power outage, but not a yeah. Triple J. IKEA. Yeah, just give them just give the monies back at this. I mean, it's not about money at that point. We just lost. Anyway, guys. Thank you for entertaining BC there, man. These were questions I always wanted to fucking ask. I never got around to it. I kind of went off the rails on a super there. I don't even know what started all that, but where did we start that up? I don't even know what got us on that. I think the last one I did was a niece, right? I don't think I got to Ashley Steggles. Or maybe that was Blitzball Champ, VC Stallion, Mr. Blackus. I forgot who the last one was, but something got us on that fucking topic. Thank you for my unit members for participating in that. Ashley Steggles, $8.99. It's tragic that the triple threat match between Roman, Biggie, and Lashley last night happened over the weekend with the same result of Roman winning. Complete bullshit. Ashley Steggles, that's exactly right. And I was going to bring that up when I go over it. I'll bring it up a little bit right now. This isn't just 2 matches that Big E lost, guys, which is bad enough. That starts a streak when you got a couple. But over the weekend in just towns, like just a little bit of a WWE tour, they had Big E losing that same match. I don't care if he was the one being pinned. He was losing. Like literally, if you check out Big E's win-loss record, it already has him in the loss column for those matches. That's 4 in a row. So this is a guy who they have now traveling around the country, not even just TV, traveling the country losing, and on TV twice in one night. And these are little decisions to some people, minor details, but they're actually big in the grand scheme of things, and they're not so minor. They're actually big. Like, we're constantly taking inventory subconsciously of wins and losses. Wins and losses actually do matter. Even if you don't think they do up front, subconsciously they do. And that's what tells us who's a winner and who's a loser. So, Ashley Steggles, great point, man. Great fucking point. Anissa War with another $9.99, couple of coffees. Last night to me was the definition of some good action, but I thought this was WWE and not the bingo hall. Vince can't even do defense mode correctly. I don't trust him in the offense anymore. Yeah, even when he's trying to counter, it goes off the rails, Anise. And that's all we got last night is some people going, oh, it was a good main event. Okay, well you told me it was going to be a good fucking 6-man match. And it ended up being 13 minutes. If you take the commercial out, it was just under 10 minutes. So then they made a triple threat to end the show, which is your go-home show to Extreme Rules. The problem is that triple threat that ended the show, your last visual to get you excited for Extreme Rules, had nothing to do with Extreme Rules. Right? Big E, okay, this does nothing for Big E, nothing for fucking Lashley, and Roman isn't even doing anything with these people at Extreme Rules. Roman is taking on Demon Balor. So still nobody knows what the fuck he's even doing on Monday Night Raw. So Anise, that's a whole nother mind fuck, bro. But we're the negative ones, Anise. Anise with a $4.99 coffee also says Shayna has Ronda vibes, so I don't mind seeing her dominate like this. But it will take a very long time to take Shayna seriously. And that's what I'm saying, Anise. This is how she should be booked. I wish it was better than just after 4 weeks of a heel versus heel women's match, because that's what we've seen for 4 weeks. 2 weeks of Charlotte versus Nia. And then we saw Charlotte versus Shayna. And then last night was Nia versus Shayna. So the crowd is already disinterested in this. And then you do the turn with 2 heels. So nobody knows who to cheer for, who's good, who's bad. So it could have been done a lot better. I'm just glad to see Shayna finally doing this. But like you said, Anise, and like I said earlier, it has to be consistent now. You have to build her over weeks. You cannot just have that moment last night and then just 50-50 book her going forward. At this point, Shayna would accept 50-50 booking. 50-50 booking sounds like a day at fucking Disney World to Shayna, because Shayna's been 10-90 booked. 10% wins, 90% losses. And even that's being generous. Anyway, Anise, that's a long-winded answer. I totally agree, brother. Enforcer 2K9, 2 spots. Speaking of Kabuki, where the fuck is Asuka anyway? According to Asuka herself, she's actually injured. She showed a photo of her, like a brace on her arm, and she even called out Meltzer and said, "No, I'm not just. They just don't have nothing for me." You know, and that's just another false report by Meltzer. But I'm used to those by now. And a lot of us believe that report, including even BC said I could totally see that happening because that's happened to her before and so many people on the roster. You know what I mean? Asuka has been told to just go home. We have nothing for you like 4 different times already in her main roster career. So that's why we kind of, even when you don't want to believe Meltzer, we're like, yeah, well, obviously we could see that happening. right? That's an easy one for me. Any one of us could have reported that. So Meltzy tried to do a little a freebie there, and he didn't think that he was going to get called out by Asuka. Asuka actually called him out days before Adam Cole called him out and said he knew nothing about being a manager for Keith Lee, the Bearcat. And then Meltzer tried to save himself by going, well, I said in the report that the wrestlers might not have known. Well, then you're moving the goalpost. If you can just say that I have this report from one person, it's not verified by anybody else. One person told me this, and nobody else knows about it. You're not reporting, bro. You're sending out a rumor. And that's what Meltzy does far too often, and that's why too many people call him out. Happens far too often for justified reasons, bro. What got me on that? Yeah, so that's what's up with Asuka. She is injured, man. I totally believe Asuka, man. There's no way that Asuka's going to defend herself this much if she wasn't injured. Because, again, Asuka has been told to just go home until we have something for you. And she would just sit home. And that was the word going around the community. And she never said anything because she knows it's true. Asuka's not just going to bullshit us. She's not that type of person. I think she got pissed off that the rumor was going out there and people thought she wasn't injured. I feel bad for her, kind of, man, because you have this idiot that people believe his reports. And I'm fucking done with this dude being wrong 78, 88, 9% of the time. 90% of the time. I'm so tired of wrestlers having to call this guy out. You don't see this in the NFL or the NBA, MLB. You don't see this in other sports because they have reputable journalists. They double check shit. They verify it with several sources. This fucking idiot says he hears something from one person and he sends it out. And before you know it, rumor becomes fact. We're just moving the goalpost now. There was people defending it even when he was wrong. And Adam Cole said, I heard nothing about it. They were saying, well, he did say that the wrestlers might not even know. Listen, I'm the first one to tell you, wrestlers don't know jack shit about what's going on for the night. Vince McMahon is tearing up scripts. They don't know what the fuck's going on 2 minutes before they go out the curtain half the time. But Adam Cole just had a meeting with Vince. He would have known if the long-term plan was a manager for Keith. Adam Cole said in the meeting that is not what the long-term plan was. So Meltzer does not know more than Adam Cole, and I'm not going to move my goalposts because you want me to believe that he knows more than the wrestlers. We're moving the goalposts now. So that every rumor can be true even if it's not. No, did you hear what happened? No, he said the wrestlers might not have known, and I believe that because they don't know anything ever. So I think Meltzer's right here, man. I don't care what Adam Cole knew. He was going to be the manager. Fuck out of here, bro. He was never going to fucking manage Keith Lee. Shut up. He was proven wrong. I'm sick of this dude calling himself a journalist. He's a fucking mark. Leave it at that. Who was that? Enforcer 2K9. Enforcer 2K9 with another 2 spot. When was the last time mid-card titles were on a pay-per-view? I can't even go that. I can't even fucking remember because I lost any fucking care for it. The second Vince stopped caring about it, I don't even know. Mid-card titles, world titles last week, Enforcer 2K9. World titles are now changing hands a week or 2 weeks before a pay-per-view. World titles on a regular Raw and SmackDown before the pay-per-view. These titles are nothing but props to the old bastard in Stamford. Enforcer 2K9, thank you. Big Nang, 2 spot. Wiz Khalifa's roll-up should be Raw's new theme song. Oh, don't give Vince ideas, man. He'll get excited to start doing roll-ups. But you ain't wrong, Big Nang. I should start playing that as the theme. Who cares about the copyright? Christopher Blackshear, 199. Raw is the new main event. You're giving it too much credit, Christopher. It's a fucking... It should be one dark show. They should pull it from air. Take it off the fucking air. And just have a Monday night show around somebody's town, right? Just have a live event. That was the entire second round of Supers, guys. We're already over 2 hours. I got to get to the third hour of the review. I haven't even got to that yet. Damn! Let me chug a little bit more. I'm trying to nurse this so it lasts the whole stream. I got to get a freshie soon. Light this bitch up a little bit. Sontivia, this is B motherfucking C Amplify. You know her, bro. We are fucking rocking, man. What a stream this has been, man. You guys are the best. Thank you, everybody, too, man. I haven't acknowledged this enough. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the almost 350 of you that already took a moment to smash that up. I truly appreciate that, man. That's going to help the thousands that are going to watch this later know that we kicked ass, help the algorithm. So as we get closer to 400, I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Now we go to Alexa's Playground. Starts hour number 3. Charlie Flair is the guest, not the doll. You guys know I call Charlotte Charlie because that's what Becky called her a few years ago anyway, many months ago, and it just stuck with me. Charlotte would call Becky Bex. Bex would call her Charlie, and I just thought it was fitting. So Vince McMahon just thought, hey, you know what? I'm gonna confuse BC. let's make another Charlie. So they just want to confuse BC. Well, I'm not confused. It's gonna be Charlie 1 and Charlie 2. The doll is Charlie 2. Charlotte is Charlie 1. So Charlie 1 is the guest. And Charlie 1 cuts a good promo on Alexa. I will give her credit here, just to show everybody. I don't just throw shade. I'm not just negative just to be negative. I felt for this type of segment where we are playing with dolls, there's literally a fucking kid's seesaw horse. There is a 4-year-old slide in the ring. Like, how do you save this when you just saw what happened in AEW? I believe it was Rampage this past Friday with Ruby Soho and Britt Baker, and how awesome that War of Words were. Man, War of Words? I can fucking... Xavier Woods? War of Words was between Soho and Baker. I can fucking speak. I mean, that was a verbal avalanche. You can't follow that up. And WWE couldn't, and they didn't last night. However, she did good. I mean, Charlie won. She saved that shit, man. She stayed composed. That could have went off the rails, bro. There was one part where Lexi told Charlotte that the woo isn't even originally hers, meaning that's her father. She couldn't mention Ric Flair, obviously. Vince McMahon has done away with anything acknowledging Ric Flair, even the opening signature. There's no more opening woo. There's none of that. So she basically, and I feel this was obviously off the cuff, man. This was ad-libbed. This was just from Alexa's dome piece because you could tell Charlie 1 got pissed off. So she says the woo isn't even originally hers. So Charlie 1 says, oh, let's not talk about originality, okay? And she goes like that, meaning her entire persona. That was obviously a nod to Bray fucking Wyatt, the Fiend. How cool was that, man? I'm sure Charlie got a little bit of reprimanded backstage, but this wouldn't be the first time. I have a feeling that Charlie 1 gets reprimanded every fucking week, it seems. She's always doing something that you could tell is going to piss off Vince. But I love that nod to Bray Wyatt. She was just like, let's not talk about originality, okay? And she sized up Alexa, and you knew, bro, you knew that was a nod to Bray Wyatt. Like, you fucking jacked that character. And I can't even blame Alexa. We all blame Vince, obviously. Vince released Bray Wyatt for no fucking reason. I don't even care what I don't even care if it was a huge reason. You still make sure it's a non-reason. You make sure you work with it. You get Bray through it. You do not lose somebody like Bray Wyatt under any circumstance. So he throws Bray to the wayside, and then he keeps Alexa with that character. You can't do that. That's shade to not just Bray, but it's making Alexa look really fucking bad. Really fucking bad. And to this moment, man, since Bray has been released, Alexa has lost shine by the week. You guys know I'm right. And I like Alexa, man. And I thought this character was the best Alexa I've seen to date. But without Bray, and with Bray not even in the company, bro, that's just disrespect. You know, that's doing somebody real dirty. And you know, I'm not gonna latch on to that. I'm not gonna jump on that fucking bandwagon. So anyway, so the little nod to Bray Wyatt, and I know Vince was probably flipping the fuck out, throwing headsets against the wall, dropping F-bombs to Kevin Dunn in the earpiece, everything, man. He probably wanted to mute Charlotte at that point. So I love that nod to Bray Wyatt. And then there was a little bit of physicality afterwards, but at that point it was all whatever. I mean, I was just loving the actual promo. Again, it did not touch Ruby Soho and Britt Baker, but that's not fair to compare them because nobody's going to touch that for probably years to come unless they put a lot of thought into it. That was just so beautifully done by Ruby and by Britt Baker on Friday night. So, I don't want to compare that, because then we'll just shit on this. This was actually pretty decent by Charlie 1, and Alexa held her own as well. But she did get owned, right? If I'm going to say somebody won the verbal match, Charlie 1 defeated Alexa easily, hands down, man. Charlie just annihilated Alexa. So, and then we go into Jeff Hardy. Oh, man. See, this one's rough because I have so much respect for Jeff Hardy, man. I really do. This is Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus. And this is so weird, man. If Hardy wins this match, he's added to the Priest-Sheamus normal rules pay-per-view this Sunday. Okay. How? I ask how. I ask why. Simple questions. And I'll tell you why I'm asking these questions. Because did Hardy just last week? Jeff Hardy just last week was in a contenders match with Damien Priest. The rule of these contenders matches is simple. If you defeat the champion, you get a championship match down the line. Now, I hate this because now we're just going to get rematches. It's just matches we've already seen. We've already seen the champion obviously lose to the challenger. That's how they got the title match. These contenders matches don't elevate any excitement. But this is what Vince is going with. So, okay, to believe in it, Vince has to go full throttle with it, right? WWE has to believe in their own concept. So we had a contenders match last week. Damien defeated Hardy. That's just what happened. I didn't make that. I'm not making the rules here. Damien defeated Jeff Hardy. So Jeff Hardy's out of contention. I mean, that's the logical thing here. So here we are 7 days later. And Hardy is now in a match with Sheamus to get himself into the title match Sunday. But the champion beat him last week to make sure he's nowhere near the title. So this was a gift. Not only does Hardy get another chance, he doesn't even have to beat Damien like last week. He just has to beat Sheamus now. How is this fair to Sheamus, much less Damien? How does this make sense? It doesn't. You notice how I got a little less amplified? I'm trying to speak just so like everybody comprehends without yelling. I want everyone to comprehend how dumb this makes everybody look. There is no sense in this. Hardy just lost that last week. And then you say, that, guys, that is honestly, and I mean this, this is like my Packers losing the NFC Championship game, the game to get to the Super Bowl. My Packers lose against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But we're told by the NFL that we can have another match next week against the Detroit Lions. And their record for the season is like 4-13. They've only won 4 games. So all we have to do is beat this fucking horrible team, the Lions. And we're added to the Super Bowl. How is that fair? Tampa Bay beat us in the NFC Championship. We don't get to go to the Super Bowl, but we do. Because the NFL said if you beat the Lions, and the Lions, why the fuck the Lions? The Lions aren't even in the fucking playoffs. But if we beat the Lions, we are added to the Super Bowl. And it's the Patriots versus the Buccaneers versus the Packers now. A triple threat Super Bowl matchup. Now you laugh or you say, BC, you're getting carried away. That's silly. It is silly. That's what's happening. The champion beat him in the contenders match last week. So the following week, Hardy is rewarded by taking on the non-champion. If he wins that, he still gets into the title match. Then what was the purpose of the contenders match? You know what's happening? I'm speaking too much common sense for myself. I'm literally befuddling myself. Because the more I think about it, the more I talk about it, and this passes onto our television sets and goes to millions of people. I can't even say millions anymore. They're only pulling in around 1.5, 1.6. But it goes out to the world, whoever does want to watch this trash, out of habit and hope, usually. I just can't believe this is the garbage that actually is being presented to us. And then there's people that go, you're overthinking it, basically. Sit back and enjoy it. Give me something to enjoy. Because it has to make any TV show that you watch. Wouldn't you agree with me on this? Any TV show that you like and enjoy. Don't you like it for the storylines, the plots, the characters? The characters come off the screen. They're larger than life. You want to follow them, right? If it's a show that you really enjoy, you don't want to tune in next week. No, you need to. Right? I'm not getting that, man. We're just not. And you guys know I'm fucking... I don't care if you love me, hate me, fucking like me, don't like me. You know I'm being factual with every word that I put out to you guys, man. It's not even about liking BC or not anymore. It's just about like helping to come together and making this better. Because you may think I'm just a bad guy. I'm just an asshole. I actually want to see this get better. I want to talk about this positively. I'm asking Vince for 5 years to help me do that. Anyway, I love Jeff Hardy. I'm so glad he's not chasing the 24/7 title around catering. Trust me. But what the shit? What the shit? And sure enough, Hardy pinned Sheamus. We knew this was going to happen, man. Again, yay, he gets a win. That's, I mean, on one hand, you want to be so happy, but the way they're doing this, now Hardy is in this match. It doesn't make sense. I'm not going to go over it again. And do you want to know how Hardy won this match? Hardy defeated this big son of a bitch, Sheamus. 6 fucking wazoo, 2, maybe 300 wazoo pounds. Hardy won. Hardy got into this title match Sunday night at Normal Rules via the awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating fruit roll-up. I mean, Vince doesn't even give a fuck that he just did a fruit roll-up 20 minutes earlier. 20 minutes earlier. And he just has another fruit roll-up. Easiest way. Forget the fact that it makes Sheamus look like an absolute fucking idiot, bro. This big dude cannot get his shoulder just a centimeter off the fucking canvas. That's it, unit. Send in your fruit, man. Go to the market, buy up all the fruit, and put it in the chat. Because this is Vince Fruity McMahon getting fruity with his fruity self. You can use up all your fucking fruit now that you got from the market, unit. Because this was another fruit roll-up. 2 in the span of 20 minutes. Yep, and I don't have the awards, like I said. Nattie will be getting hers later, and Jeff Hardy will be getting, or I'm sorry, Sheamus will be getting another one. This is not Sheamus's first one that he's won either. Again, all of them are so far away from Shayna Basler. She is the record holder right now. So that's my that's my fucking that's me ripping up this fucking Jeff Hardy, man. Even a Jeff Hardy victory. I mean, the way they did it is just so illogical. It's making us all look stupid. Vince wants all his fans to look stupid. Maybe he thinks they really are stupid. But I'm not going to dumb myself down, and I'm really hoping that you guys don't either. I'm asking all of you to raise your standards. The main event last night was a triple threat for zero reasoning. It was a 6-man tag earlier. Then Lashley interfered in, and I still don't know what the fuck the referee was thinking. The referee is watching Bobby Lashley interfere in the match, beat the shit out of the New Day, and he never called for the bell. He just watched it. I would hate it. If your house is on fire and he's a fireman, oh, fucking A, you're fucked. Literally. You'd have a much better chance with the fucking local fucking the Uber driver who's passing by, or the Grubhub guy. Will save your life before the fireman. If that's the fucking fireman, he's just gonna watch it, and people are gonna be yelling, "Man, what are you doing? Put out the fire! You're a fireman." I'm watching it. This thing's nuts. It's really catching on quickly. The whole neighborhood's going up. Fucking dude's robbing a bank. A cop's just standing out there eating a donut and a Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Oh, shit. He's running off with oh, he has 2 sacks. I bet you he's got at least 400,000 in those bags. Fucking get him. Stop him. Arrest him. Nah, I want to see how far he goes. You're a cop. What are you talking about? I want to see how far this guy goes. This is fun, man. I didn't think he'd get 2 sacks in fucking 4 minutes. I mean, the referee is just watching Lashley do that, man. And I couldn't believe that he was not calling for the bell. I mean, these are loopholes that there are fans out there. Trust me. I'm a mainstay in this community. I see enough to where, like, there's fans that were willing to overlook it or not even acknowledge it. A lot of fans probably never even saw it. That's what I mean when I say I'm on another level and that my standards are higher. It's not egotistically speaking. They are. When I watch wrestling, man, I want it to make sense in a logical standpoint. You know, I don't want to have to dumb myself down. The rules are the rules. If somebody beats you, you don't have to be the legal man. If somebody takes out your teammates, that's a disqualification. For decades. But you ask, how bad is this company right now? That's how bad. They don't even care about their own rules anymore. They don't care. Those are even off the cliff. Fuck off the tracks. It's off the cliff. They don't give a fuck. And if they don't give a fuck about their own product, their own show, their own segments, their own superstars, their own stories or lack thereof, then what makes you think that the fan base is going to give a fuck? Anyway, this turns into a triple fucking threat. A triple threat that has nothing to do with Extreme Rules. Maybe we're going to see Big E versus Lashley in a rematch. Wow, exhilarating. Roman Reigns, Big E, and Bobby Lashley. This is your go-home show for normal rules, and this is our main event. And when it was all said and done, Lashley was speared and defeated by Roman. Do you remember earlier when Lashley was beating everybody up? He looked like a monster you were probably reading on social or wherever you get your gossip from, or your fucking websites or your fucking dirt sheets. If they have a message board, you were probably hearing, wow, Lashley looks like a monster. And I was just thinking, give it a minute. Wait till the end of the show. Something tells me he'll be looking up at the lights looking like an idiot again. Just like last week when he was looking up at the lights. 2 weeks in a row. This show ended with a spear and Lashley was knocked the fuck out. And there's people that want to say, at least he was booked badass. Bro, if you can't finish the job, you are not booked badass. Vince McMahon put this match together when, if you think about it, nobody can really take an L here. Big E just won your championship. Lashley needs the bounce back W, and Roman sure as fuck ain't losing shit. Not for the rest of this year, at least. So how the fuck you gonna book this match, bro? How the fuck are you booking this match? All I ask for is believability, a realism. Tell me what the fuck is happening that we can latch onto, that we can get captivated by. They had Bobby look like a beast at the start of the night just to eat a clean L at the end of the night. And Big E is already on a losing streak. That's 2 televised, 4 altogether if you guys are counting house shows. So around the country, Vince wants you to know that he ain't winning jack shit. On TV, he loses 2 in a row. Little bit of a losing streak already, and he's only been champion 1 week. We laugh because there's nothing left for us to do. Our standards are too high, and this is all fucking ridiculous. Extreme Rules is this Sunday, guys. It's normal rules. I don't care if I was really harsh in this motherfucker. Hopefully you guys understand my words, that I do want a better product. And I hope you guys understand that I care. I care too much, maybe. But I'm not going to come in front of when that red light goes on. I'm not going to come in front of the camera and just start going, I like this, and I like that. And this was at least good. And at least this was slightly better. And just say, hey, you know what? All in all, much better show than we've been getting. I'm not going to do that. Every single segment had something so befuddling to me that it irritated me. And I hope that when you come to a BC review and when it's all said and done, I hope you're even smarter to the wrestling business. I really do. I hope you don't just buy into everything that Vince is trying to serve you. I hope that you give a company like Tony Khan's AEW a chance, because what you're going to see tomorrow night, that's something to be excited about. Chances are, we don't know until the show is actually put on, but chances are you're going to have a hell of a lot of fun tomorrow night for Dynamite's Grand Slam. Chances are. Because this normal rule, when a fan literally has to change this himself to normal rules, because logically there's nothing extreme about it. We're 5 nights away, and there's nothing extreme about this son of a bitch. There's not one match that's Extreme Rules. There's not even a match that has a stipulation. There is nothing. In fact, the card isn't even filled out yet. Something tells me in the next 48 hours, we're going to get like an email saying that, or news is going to break that there one or two of the matches has a stipulation now. And if not, then on Friday, 2 or 3 matches have to get hot-shotted stipulations. How does that excite you if this news is just fucking hours before the show being presented? Because you know they panicked and they realized, oh fuck, we ran out of time. We ran out of time. Let's just make this a tables match. Let's make this Extreme Rules. Let's make this a kendo stick match. I think I broke something. That's the review. Thank you guys, man. The hundreds of you that tuned in live, man. Thank you so much. That's the review. I'm going to let you guys go, man. We're going toward 3 hours, so I'm not going to keep you here another minute. Thank you guys to the hundreds that joined us live, to the thousands that come in later. You guys, the ones that were live, you set the groundwork, man. And you showed everybody coming in the thousands later that we whooped that ass. We're going toward 400 on those ups, man. I can't thank you guys enough, but I do try at least. And for those that want to stick around a little bit, man, I'm going to stick around and do the 3rd round of supers. So if anybody wants to stick around, shoot the shit, we will do that. But for those of you that came just for the review, choked up with it. Salut. Hit the bricks. Check you. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the amplification. I hope to see you guys right back. Check you guys. Much love, everybody. I'll give you guys a second to take off. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it, man. Newer subscribers too, man. Thank you to all the new subs, man. I know we always get a bunch on these lives. Welcome. Hopefully I didn't make anybody cry. Hopefully you guys are you guys can handle the amplification. Bye, guys. All right. All right. Hold on, guys. Let's give everybody a chance to take off. All right. All right. So for you guys that are sticking around, man, let's shoot the shit. Let's talk a little bit of 3rd round of supers, man. I'll stick around with you guys, obviously. Got to see where I left off, of course. Hold on. We'll see where I left off. There was a lot of you guys in the 3rd round too, man. You guys absolutely crushed this stream, man. You might be thanking me when it's all said and done. I'm thanking you guys too, bro. I just got to find out where I left off. Hold on, guys, man. There's a lot of you. Love it. I think Christopher is where I left off. Raw is the new main event. So I want to go to Dave Mealy, $4.99. WWE's new tagline should be WWE, we can't do wrong, right? I love how I read that, Dave Mealy, like I should be reading it. WWE, we can't do wrong, right? Shrug shoulders emoji. Dave, no doubt, dude. B-Love. What up, B-Love? Haven't seen you in a few streams. $9.99. BC, you speak nothing but facts. With this hotshot booking, we now have no excitement for what could have been for upcoming storylines. I hate to say this, but I think Lashley is done. Your thoughts? B-Love. If he didn't have immaculate talent, I would say yes. Same thing I say with Bianca Belair and how dirty she was done at SummerSlam. Same thing I said with Bray when he was done so dirty so many times by Vince. Bray is too damn good to actually be buried. I say the same thing with Bianca Belair, and I say the same thing with Lashley. I don't know if I'm ever going to use the word buried with them because they're so good. They check off so many boxes, but they've absolutely been ruined, B-Love. So you're not wrong. I just look at it as I only use the B word, buried. I only use that in really dramatic circumstances for justified reasons. I don't think Lashley's there. I just think this was poorly built, man. You made him look like a monster at the beginning, but then people like me knew better not to look at him as such because we knew WWE was going to find a way to 50-50 him. And sure enough, the same fucking night that you made him look like a monster, 2.5 hours later, you had him looking up at the lights knocked the fuck out. You can't book somebody like that and expect people to go, he's a monster, he's a beast. It's not going to work. Be love. Thanks, brother. Eric Newton, 5-Spot Coffee. What up, Eric? Did you see the announcement? AEW is going to have an Owen Hart Memorial Tournament, and he will be in an AEW game. I thought that was cool news. Eric Newton, we talked about that a little bit earlier, dude. But because you missed it, I would go back and check it out. But I will touch up on that right now in case you did miss it. I did hear it. I think it's fucking awesome because for too many years, we basically had to stay silent with the whole Owen Hart thing. Martha Hart, the wife of Owen, just didn't get along with Vince. They couldn't compromise. Vince didn't give a shit to. Some lackluster attempts to compromise and get together with Martha, but nothing really big. Tony Khan is like, no, I want to do something big for Owen, the foundation, his family, and Tony Khan makes things happen. So far in his young career, as an owner of a wrestling company, Tony Khan, man, is a move maker, a deal shaker, an earthquaker. This dude is the real deal, bro. As Vince continues to make one poor decision after another, Tony Khan so far is making one good decision after another. That's refreshing. Eric Newton, I did, man, and I did talk about that earlier. Thank you, bro. Enforcer 2K9, 5-Spot Coffee. Hold on. Did they really have Nattie take the fruit roll-up pin because of the Owen Hart AEW news? Is she due for a burial now? Enforcer 2K9. A lot of people are saying that that's why they dropped the titles because of the Owen Hart announcement. And the fruit roll-up was an embarrassing way to do that to her. But Enforcer 2K9, I honestly think that's what Vince wanted all along. I think Vince was going to have titles change hands, man. He thought that that's the way to pop some ratings. He felt that's the way to shake up some headlines. I honestly think this was Vince's way to go no matter what. You know? I think he was going to have titles change hands. He doesn't care anymore about the titles, bro. They're not prestigious to him. He doesn't care about them. They're no more than props. They're seriously no more than props. So he doesn't care if they are lost and won on a dark, fucking, what do you call it? Not dark, a main event. Vince will have them defended and won on a main event. I mean, he will do that. Don't ever be shocked if that happens, guys. Enforcer 2K9. Dan Falcone, 2-Spy. What up, Dan Falcone? WWE Extreme Snore Rules. Extreme Rules died long ago. Well, if it didn't, Dan Falcone, it's done now. I mean, I literally had to take the name away. I mean, this is just normal rules. It's sad that a pay-per-view is literally now called Normal Rules. And I say literally because that's what I have to call it. I am forced because the owner of the fucking company has failed to change it. He's still calling it something it's not. And on this channel, we don't bullshit, we don't lie. I am forced to call this Normal Rules. Hey, Clutch City fan, you're only 3 hours late, man, motherfucker. Man, you must have been horrible in school, dude. If it's a 55-minute class, you must have showed up at 47 minutes. Clutch City fan, much love. I'm just playing with you, brother. At least you made it, bro. This is almost over, but it'll be up on the channel later. Clutch City fan, it just caught my eye. He's like, I'm here, guys. I'm like, what the fuck? Clutch City. Oh, you were working. Okay, bro. Okay. That's justified. Make that money, bro. Whoop this world's ass. I got you. That's funny. Who do we got here? Dan Falcone, thanks, man. The fourth one, another coffee 5-Spot. The fourth one just got out of a meeting with corporate and comes to find out the guy has a bench warrant, so I did my part. There you go, brother. They should be paying you on the law enforcement side of things, fourth one. We're all into fourth one's fucking fucking lawsuits. Oh, fourth one. Good job, brother. Dio Brando, 1999. I think the fourth one has a better storyline than Vince McMahon's corporation, bro, his company. Dio Brando, 1999, bro. Appreciate it, dude. Dio says, firstly, go Pack, go! Hey, we got a fellow Green Bay Pack rat up in this bitch. Fuck yeah, dude. Fellow cheesehead. With the devaluing of the WWE Championship, what are the chances they just unify the belts and allow Roman to float both shows? I think they would for ratings. Well, they unify the belts. So what are the chances they just unify the belts? I don't see that happening, Dio, only because they're doing a draft. They already announced it for like next week or the week after, October 4th, and maybe the 1st, something like that. I don't know. But they already announced a brand draft. So these belts are not going anywhere. So to answer your question, Dio, the chances are not good. I wouldn't mind it because they're already doing shit like that, right? Roman has already started the process of floating onto both shows. So you might as well just make it official. But as far as the likelihood, Dio, not good at all, especially with the, thank you. I love me some. Oh, I lost it. Okay. I love me some says October 1st and October 4th are the dates. Thank you, guys. So it doesn't look good that that's going to happen, Dio, but I would be opposed to that. If you start unifying championships, though, the roster is so big. You just dropped a lot of chances for other people. Now, I understand the champions, the challengers, and the titles are already fucking meaningless and useless. Their prestige level is at a fucking 4% out of 100. But I don't know if unifying them is going to value them anymore. Now you just have more people that aren't going to have limelight. But it would be less titles to keep track of because that's all we're doing these days. I mean, it's not fun where you have a champion for a long time and then a title changes hands at a pay-per-view from a number one contender that was built up over a long period of time through good storytelling and good character development. We don't have that anymore. We're playing hot potato. Everybody's 50-50 booked, even the champions. So I can't say unifying the title would make it any worse, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't know, Dio. This company is so fucking stupid. Literally, you talk about this company and it just makes you feel like you're losing brain cells just talking about it. Thanks, Dio, man. Much love and appreciation. Right back to you. Carlos is up in this bitch still. Good to have Carlos still rocking, even though we're getting closer to 3 hours, Carlos. 5 Spot Coffee, BC, Vince's old school Carney. The show must go on. Oh, yeah. I don't care if it's a fucking... Bro... You know, I was going to come up with a joke. There's nothing to even joke about. I mean, what happened with Owen Hart is just fucking tragedy at the utmost. And I'm pretty sure Vince was just thinking, bottom dot, I don't want, there ain't going to be no refund situation. I'm not refunding jack shit. I promoted this and this is what I'm fucking putting on. And afterwards, we'll mourn the loss. And clearly, I asked my unit earlier in this motherfucker. My unit said, wrong decision, Vince. And I'm not going to go against my unit when it's this unanimous. Carlos, you ain't kidding though, man. Straight Carney to the core. Blitzball champ, 10 spot, couple of coffees. Extreme Rules is actually Asuka's birthday. She turns the big 4-0. Have another bundle of coffees on me. Blitzball. I will be enjoying a few, man, right after this stream, actually. I'm going to be double fisting for the rest of the night. I'm not even joking. I'm probably going to have another 14 coffees, bro. I don't recommend that, man, and I'm not telling anyone to do that. That's not healthy. So I ask you to do as I say, not as I do. I tell you not to drink that many coffees. Don't do it, guys. Asuka's 40, huh? This Sunday, is Asuka 40, bruh? It's not that I don't believe you, Blitzball, but can I get confirmation in the chat? Network Guy. I just saw Network Guy pop up in the MVP territory. I'll read that in a little bit, Network Guy. Good to see you up in here. Can somebody else confirm that she's going to be 40 this Sunday? Blitzball. Not that I don't believe you, bro, but I want confirmation. Smurfy Tunes is saying it's true. That looks like confirmation because Trev Reigns is saying she's already 39. My Steiner math is off sometimes, but I think 40 comes after 39. Jer9, NJPW, Carlos, Anise, everybody's saying it, man. Sir Charles, born in 81. I think that would put her at 40 then, yeah. Fuck, bro. 40 years old. Asuka looks like she's fucking 25, bro. Asuka looks like she's fucking 25. I don't even understand, bro. I don't, you know. I think Asians are blessed with that, I feel. Do you guys feel like the Asian community is blessed with just like looking 20 years younger than they are? I mean, they are blessed. They'll be 90 looking 50. Absolutely blessed. So that's awesome, man. We'll be wishing Asuka happy. I just love Asuka. You guys know how much I love Asuka. I miss Kairi Sane so much, but she was able to get out of that prison. She went right back to Japan, bro. Too funny, man. I love Asuka. I can't wait to see her back. I can't wait till she's booked like Asuka, man. Could you imagine if they really built up Shayna Basler and when Asuka comes back, they let Asuka be Asuka, and then we get down the road a real badass Shayna versus a real badass Asuka. It brings you back to like NXT days, right? When shit was fun. Anyway, Blitzball. Thank you, bro. Darth Vader, 5-spot coffee. Darth Vader, extreme kindness. Lashley versus Big E, where they work out their differences over a cup of Earl Grey. Book it. I love it. They work out their Big E and Lashley. They work their differences over a cup of Earl Grey. And extreme kindness. Oh, bro. I probably think that's even funnier than it is, but I don't know. It's been a long stream, so that just got a pop from BC. I'm gonna sell that. I'm selling that joke, Darth Vader. Ashley Steggles, 179. We are stupid. We are stupid. That's the new chant at arenas, man. It should be, because that's how Vince perceives his audience. Exactly, Ashley. Exactly. No Soul Matt. 499. No Soul Matt must have watched too many Monday Night Raws, because it'll take your fucking soul. AEW is going on its 3rd year next month. I'm happy how far they have come. It's going to be fun to see what the future holds for AEW. No lies detected. No Soul Matt. I'm so excited for that company because AEW has the excitement, you know? And no Soul Matt, I think I can speak for many of us when I say, like, when you see that excitement from Tony Khan, the owner, and it's his own wrestlers, and you see decisions being made that make sense, and more decisions are the right ones than wrong, that's infectious, and we get excited as fans. So, anyway, the short answer is absolutely correct, no Soul Matt. I'm pumped to see what they do, bro, and I'm pumped, not down the road even necessarily. Tomorrow night, I'm fucking pumped for this. Definitely pumped for tomorrow night's event. Carlos Rhea. Come on, man. I got my Howard Finkel for Carlos, man. Much love, Carlos. Carlos says, BC, honestly, after the show, I was happy. After hearing you out, not so much. Salute, my brother. So, Carlos, you're saying that at the core, you felt you enjoyed the show. No harm in that, man. I heard a lot of that in the community. I enjoyed the show last night. But it doesn't make it good, because you have fucked yourself over 27 different ways now going forward. You can't just hotshot everything and say fuck the future, because it becomes erratic booking. We already saw it last night. We started seeing it last week. We've been seeing it for a year, really. It's just gotten even worse. So, Carlos, you don't have to just listen to me and then change your... I mean, if you thought you enjoyed it, then you enjoyed it. But I just think I want everyone to know that there's a difference from liking something and thinking it's good. Same thing if you don't like something and thinking it's absolute trash. When I come and do these reviews, I'm not trying to tell my audience, you know this, Carlos, I'm just speaking to everybody. I'm not trying to tell anybody what I liked and didn't like. I'm telling you the facts of the show. I think that's what people get confused with. And you know that, Carlos. So you can enjoy the show, but when it comes to right decisions and how this makes everyone look and what it does for your pay-per-view Sunday and how it makes the titles look and the nonsensical shit with Jeff Hardy that I said earlier and the titles changing hands and the main event having nothing to do with the fucking rules pay-per-view. I mean, I came up with 15 things that were huge mistakes last night, and it's facts. It's not opinion. This is shit that cannot happen. So... yeah, Carlos, I couldn't believe how many people were going, this was a good show. No. You liked it. It was far from good. And sometimes it just takes somebody like BC in the community to preach this, to teach it and to preach it. I don't like talking about opinions, because then we can all just sit there and go, I disagree. I disagree. And then people think if I read something that says they disagree with me, that I'm going to all of a sudden change my mind. And then we're all sitting there with a different answer and we get nowhere and we still get the same shitty product. I like when we're all on the same page with facts, because then we can all come together and help. Try. Operative word is try, but try to change things for the better. Whew. Oh, I just noticed, dude, I want to see this live, man. We're almost at 400. You guys know I have OCD. I like to see whole numbers. I want to see 400 live and then work to 500. We're a few away. So I'm going to take the next minute to wait until we go fucking 400 deep in that son of a bitch. Because I like seeing that shit live. So hold on. I'm putting this stream on fucking pause until we hit 400 up in this bitch. Because that's pretty cool. That's before the thousands come later on, man. We're doing this shit live, man. We're going toward 500 on the ups. Oh, we just nailed it. Yeah, brother. I'm on a little bit of a delay. Thank you, guys. That was cool. Now we're on our way to 500 live. We still have a few hundred in here just shooting the shit with BC too, man. So I want to thank you guys just shooting the shit. And again, if you're new to the channel, just take a minute and smash the subscribe button. Why not? Right? Be a part of the fucking best community in this fucking on this platform, bro. The AMP unit. Where'd I leave off? Carlos. And then Dan Falcone came in with another 2-spot. WWE is a joke. Vince only cares for himself. Oh, it's the bottom dollar, Dan Falcone. He doesn't give a fuck. It's all about, can he fucking squeeze another penny out of everybody, bro? That's how this dude thinks. He doesn't care about... I'm not saying there's not a good quality to it. I don't want to just sit here and act like I'm shitting on Vince McMahon. No, that's not the... You know, I'm sure his family... Maybe he's got friends, like real friends. Some of the talent, Daniel Bryan speaks very highly about him. Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson just wrote like a whole fucking article thanking WWE and everybody for as he heads toward tomorrow's dream match with Kenny Omega. And it was a heartfelt message to Vince McMahon and WWE. So there's people that have seen good quality. I'm not saying there's not. I'm saying too many fucking times he has treated people like absolute garbage. And a lot of the time was at the worst possible time. So there may be some good, but when you're bad so much of the time, that's going to over and outweigh everything else. And that's why I get pissed off of how Vince treats his human beings, his employees, or independent contractors because he doesn't even want to fucking pay the benefits. This guy's worth billions. And he can't just look out for his talent a little bit more. It might cost him some more money. I understand. But bro, when you take care of your workers, when you take care of your employers, when you take care of the people that make sure that you stay a billionaire, help them out, man. Make sure that they're okay in life. They might not become billionaires at any time in this world, but help them. No. He fucking uses them up, and when he's done with it, he spits them out. So I'm not saying he doesn't have good qualities or people don't think he's the best. And Bryan Danielson said in that whole thing that he wrote, he said, I wish more people can see Vince McMahon like I see him. Well, I would tell Bryan Danielson, I wish you could understand how so many people see Vince, how we do see him, because of how many people have told personal stories about how they fucking screwed him over. Too many times, everything's about the bottom dollar. I understand. Successful businessmen, you have to be ruthless. Ruthless aggression. I understand. You have to make tough choices, and you can't just be, people will mistake your kindness for weakness in business. But if you set up a sturdy fucking foundation for your employers, bro, you're going to get even more money in the long run. You're going to have a much tighter ship. People are going to respect you so much more and put their best foot forth way more than they do. So much more comes when you're being the better person, man. And not a scumbag. And it just seems like the older Vince gets, he becomes more and more of a douchebag. I don't know. This was a little bit of a heart-to-heart as we're 3 hours into this fucking stream and BC's having fucking story time. Anyway, that's how I think about it. Who started that? Dan Falcone. Yeah, that's my speech on that. PB Sillapride, 199. Sad how common sense logic is considered negative. Yeah. PB Sillapride, in the company, it's considered negative. BC just comes in front of these, it just does these reviews. Your boy BC just does these reviews. And I do all my reviews the same way, with logic and common sense at the forefront. And there's people that ride the WWE company dick, and they get upset, and they cry. And they say, I'm a negative person. I'm bad. I'm mean. I'm an asshole. I'm a douche. Bag. And I'm like, why? Because I'm stating facts that the company has just illogical gaps that need to be filled quickly, like last year, 10 years ago? Because I'm calling out all these facts and you want me to just say everything's fucking good? My question would be, to those that say if I don't like it, don't watch, I would ask them, why are you watching me? If you don't like it, why are you watching? If you don't like it, don't watch. The same shit you're fucking telling me to do. These people, Timmy and Jerry, are probably getting their morning cereal, their Tricks Are for Kids, or their Lucky Charms, or they're getting together their fucking, hey, Mikey, he likes it, Life cereal. Or maybe it's fucking, maybe they're a bland individual and they want some bran flakes. Maybe they're old school Frosted Flakes. I don't know what cereal tickles their fucking fancy, but they got their bowl of cereal with their little glass of orange juice, and they sit down and they type in BC Amplified every fucking morning. And they claim not to like me, but they'll watch every fucking video. Because I'm the best to do this shit on this platform. And we'll just fucking redo that whole process. I'll drop facts, they'll cry tears, they'll say I'm a mean person, and we'll just recycle the same shit. Like a bad Monday Night Raw storyline, or lack thereof. I didn't mention Fruity Pebbles, Dan Falcone, because I fucking love Fruity Pebbles. Or no, even better. Remember Cocoa Pebbles? Is that still around? Cocoa Pebbles. Cocoa Pebbles with Barney. Barney was on that was the chocolate version of Fruity Pebbles. I want that. I'm going to get Cocoa Pebbles tonight. I think it was called Cocoa Pebbles, correct, guys? I know one of you know. Don't act like you don't fucking know. You guys are all going to play, I don't know what, I've never been in the cereal aisle in 10 years. I'm a grown-up, basically. I don't know, man. You know what it is. Thank you, Anise and everybody. Yeah, a lot of you guys are coming through. Cocoa, no, not Cocoa Pops. No. Are those called Cocoa Pops? That was Toucan Sam, right? Or the other bird. Who the fuck was the bird on the Cocoa Puffs? Not Cocoa Pops. Who is that? Cocoa Pops. You guys are saying Cocoa Pops. Cocoa Puffs with the fucking bird. The cousin of Toucan Sam who was on Fruit Loops. Sunny. Yeah, I think it's Sunny. Triple J. Sunny. And then there's Cookie. Yeah, you guys are getting me all fucking hungry now. I'm going to get Cocoa Pebbles after this bitch. I'm gonna double fist 2 coffees. I'm going to the market and I'm getting Cocoa Pebbles. You guys think I'm fucking joking, bro? Those things used to be the bomb when I was younger. I love Cocoa Puffs too, though. Maybe I'll get both. And because it's Halloween time, Smurfy Tunes, I think Count Chocula is back. Remember they used to have the blueberry one, the strawberry one, and then Count Chocula? Okay, we're going off the rails now, man. I'm just getting hungry, and I'm gonna end up leaving the market with 27 boxes of cereal. I don't even know how we got started on this shit. Oh, PB Silipride, I think. I don't know how PB Silipride saying how sad common sense and logic is considered negative, and somehow we got on the fucking cereal topic. A BC stream, man. There's never a dull moment. We're actually over 3 hours right now. This is incredible. You guys are the best. Jesse Borsler, 5-Spot Coffee. I don't watch the shows anymore, but I follow the product through this channel and other ways, and I didn't realize there was a pay-per-view on Sunday. A lot of people don't. There's no excitement at all, Jesse Borsler, for this pay-per-view normal rules this Sunday. It's actually sad. This is one of the worst things I've seen in a while, and we've said for the past couple of years that pay-per-views don't seem like pay-per-views anymore, but this is the worst. I mean, this is an event that's not only not filled out yet, but it's called Extreme Rules, and there's not even a stipulation for any of the matches. And I really think over the next couple of days, we're just going to get like an email of a match or two that now has a stipulation. And it's going to be so forced and unorganic. Or this Friday, we're going to get 2 or 3 matches with like rules, a table match, maybe a kendo stick. Maybe one match will be Extreme Rules, like Balor and Roman maybe. But it's going to be so close to the event that nobody can even build excitement. So, Jesse Borsler, you're not alone, man. A lot of people can't believe there's a pay-per-view this Sunday called Normal Rules. And Jesse Borsler also says, I don't follow the product anymore, but I watch this channel. I thank you, Jesse, for those words, man, for making the BC Amplify channel your #1 stop, maybe your only stop, to catch all the reviews and all the news, man. I thank you so much for making me the guy to watch on this platform. You can choose from a million people, trust me. There's a lot of people that try to do what BC does, man. So for a lot of you guys to pick me as your choice, it's not just words when I say thank you. I appreciate it. You know what I think, man? I think I got caught up with the third round. However, I think there was a fourth round that came in while I was going over the third round. So I'm going to stick around even longer with you guys for whoever wants to stick around for a fourth. And thank you again, man. I can't thank you guys enough as we go closer to 500 on the ups, man. Everyone helps the algorithm later into the thousands coming in later, man. So I do appreciate that. But we're going to go a fourth round, guys. Hold on. I've been nursing this coffee, man. I need 2 new ones. Oh, man. Hold on. I got to see where I left off here, guys. Hold on. Oh, shit. I'm way behind. Hold on. NJPW girl. 4 hours later. Oh, too funny. Hey, man, you guys are going to be VIP, man. If you guys are going to get BC a coffee, I'm going to make sure that you get shouted out. You know, there's sometimes I miss people, but it doesn't pop up. So I'll always get you in the next video. But if you guys are going to take a moment, so if I can, get BC a coffee, dude, I'm going to fucking give a shout out and say thank you. I don't care if it takes 4 hours. I was brought up on respect. I know that's a lost art in today's society, but respect. Ali Silivani. Hopefully I said that correctly. But Ali, $4.99 coffee. I appreciate it. Ali, thank you. I swear Vince McMahon doesn't care about no one but himself about how he wants to run Raw and crushes every wrestler's dream. Ali, that's the most frustrating part. You're exactly right, Ali, because the most frustrating part is you'll have somebody that's doing everything the right way, coming from NXT with momentum, and Vince wants to tear you down just to embarrass you, rip away your self-esteem, and take away your confidence. We know this for a fact. This isn't a melty boy rumor. This is what the actual wrestlers have told us in their interviews and in podcasts, in shoots. They tell us these things, man. You heard it in Shayna Basler's thing she did with Renee Paquette. You heard it in Malachi Black's podcast. I mean, Vince McMahon does what he can right from the jump to take away your self-esteem and confidence. He wants to tear you down, and he wants to rebuild you in the WWE way. Well, the WWE way is absolute shit. So yeah, Ali, you're exactly right. He crushes these fucking wrestlers. And the dream's in the process. Thank you, brother. Ali. Strict Tango's up in here. 2 spa. What up, Strict? Strict Tango, BC, I just joined. What did I miss? 3 hours of amplification? Strict Tango? What the fuck are you doing, Strict Tango? Strict Tango, what are you fucking doing? When this is over, go back and watch the rest. I'm just kidding. Strict Tango, I would watch the rest. There was a lot of amplification in this bitch. But Strict Tango, I'm just glad to have you in here, man. This will be up later. Trust me, so. Strict Tango, I appreciate it, dude. Strict Tango just coming on in. Carlos, Ray. I'm sorry, man. I got to do the Howard Fink the rest of the stream, Carlos. 5 Spot Coffee, BC. We have all been wanting for a Discord channel to be set up for the AMP unit. JR has set one up for us so we can chat during the day. I don't know anything about that, Carlos. Appreciate it, I guess. I'm sorry, man. I don't know anything about that. You're talking to the wrong person. But I do appreciate that. There's so many platforms now online and all that. You guys know more about it, so I really appreciate it. But I don't know anything about it, so I don't want to comment on anything like that. But I appreciate it, man. Carlos, all the best. And JR9 and everybody. Yeah. I don't get involved with anything like that, though, Carlos. When I'm done with the stream, for instance, or I'm done with a video, I'm offline. I don't think people realize how serious I am. I'm offline. I don't fuck around with computers. I don't fuck around with technology. I don't do that shit. So that's how serious I am, Carlos. I think people don't realize that. But I'm so fucking serious, bro. Just keep that shit clean. And obviously no fucking drama or just shut it down. Obviously, man, we don't do that shit, man. The AMP unit never does that. That's something we'll never tolerate. Hold on, I think I'm trying to fucking get everybody, but there was a lot that came in right at the fucking Clutch City fan showing the love, even though you came in late. Much love right back to you, brah. Your thoughts on Ric Flair? We went over it a little bit, man. At either the last stream, a little bit in this stream. It was a different time. It was a different era, and now you can be now you can get in trouble for that shit and canceled out, bro. I don't know what to say, bro. I wasn't an adult back then. So, you know what I mean? I don't know. Of course it's wrong if it's true. Rick is adamant, though. Rick is saying everything. Rick has never held back all of his issues and all of his mistakes. Rick is really, really, like, adamant that he didn't do this. I wasn't there, so I'm not gonna fucking rake him at the fucking coals, you know? I'm not gonna fucking start raking this guy with the coals and getting the shovel out and burying him. No, I wasn't there. He is adamant that he didn't do it, though. I think it's an iffy situation where we live in a society where you have to agree with the women that's accusing. That's it. And if you don't agree with the women that's accusing, then you're an asshole. And you're not helping the situation. But that's not always the case. They can absolutely be lying. And what if Ric Flair is telling the truth? We've seen in the wrestling community a shit ton of times in the past couple of years where it was lies. I can bring up a list of names and I don't even want to go there. But I just don't know why we're all just shitting and burying Ric Flair. You know, he's adamant that he did not do this. She settled for money. She settled, so this never went to court. Or at least trial and all that jazz. So, I mean, you know as much as I know, bro. We're going just on a claim. Rick admits everything he did wrong. Rick is adamant that he never did this. You guys can bury him. I'm not gonna. I don't have the info. So that's all I can comment. I can't comment much because I don't fucking know. That's simple, man. A lot of people I already saw are just fucking... He's done. He's canceled. So... I don't know, bro. I hate to see that shit. And if it can be proven, then obviously that's wrong, bro. I don't think anybody's gonna go like, well, it was back in the day. No, of course that's wrong. The problem I have is we don't even know, man. We just don't know. There's not enough facts. I run on facts. You know, I'm like a fucking lawyer, bro. I'm like a lawyer. And there's just not enough. So that's my thoughts. I have nothing definitive because you don't. I don't. We don't. Network Guy Dave. I knew I saw Network Guy Dave earlier with that 10-spot double coffee. What up, Network Guy? What up, EC? What up, dude? I've been hella busy studying for my cybersecurity certifications. I don't even know what the fuck that means, but it sounds pretty cool. Network Guy Dave. He says, I cannot watch the main roster. A lot of stuff in WWE makes no sense. Vince does not care at all about his product. Network Guy Dave, you say a lot of stuff in WWE makes no sense. I'll go a step beyond. Most of it doesn't make sense, Network Guy Dave. Most of it, dude. A sad fucking truth. So, yeah, it's just, you're speaking facts, Network Guy Dave, but I can take it even a step further, bro. And you're not missing anything by not watching the main roster. And on top of that, best of luck with the cybersecurity certifications, bro. That sounds badass. It's good to see you got a head on your shoulders and you're whooping this world's ass. Congrats, bro. Thank you, dude. Carlos Ray, another 5-spot. I have offered to help him any way he needs to mod or anything he needs. We are asking for your okay on this using amp unit name. Are you okay with this? Yeah, absolutely, man. You guys can run that shit. You know the rule, Carlos. You see any fucking drama, there you got to take care of it and or shut it down. There is no drama in the amp unit, so absolutely, Carlos. But you have to know when to absolutely pull the fucking plug, because I don't tolerate disrespect. We don't do the drama shit. We just don't do it. So I don't even know what it is anyway, Carlos. So I'll absolutely allow it. But the second that I hear any bullshit, man, you guys will have to take care of it. Anisar War, $4.99. 12 years ago, first ever Extreme Rules pay-per-view main event. Jeff vs. Edge ladder match for World Heavyweight title with Punk cashing at the end. And now, yeah, Anis, think back of that 12 years ago. Jeff Hardy and Edge in that fucking ladder match, bro. And now you'll get, who are we even getting, bro? Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte? I guess Demon and Roman would be your main event. Not even a stipulation named right now. Yeah, think about that. Anis, that's actually depressing. Thanks for fucking reminding us. Thanks a lot, Anis. Ashley Steggles, 179. Who's ready for story time with BC? Baby! Half the fucking stream is always story time, bro. Half the fucking stream is story time, Ashley Steggles. You know that, man. We're going to 4 hours now. PB Silipride, thank you, Ashley. PB Silipride, $4.99. 4 hours later, it's now Saturday morning, and I missed 4 nights of work. When you tune into a BC stream, it's probably going to be Extreme Rules or normal rules by the time I end this stream. You guys ain't joking, bro. PB Silipride, Ashley Steggles. David Rodriguez, $1.99. I don't think anything was said, just showing the love and support. Thank you, David Rodriguez. I appreciate that, dude. Network Guy Dave, another 10 spot, bruh. Network Guide says you missed my previous super. Vince does not care. WWE drown out chants, pop in crowd noise, not building up superstars. Where is my girl Dakota Kai, Tegan Knox, Toni Storm, Shotzi Blackheart? I think I just went over it, Network Guy. The cyber security certifications, right? I think that was the only one you sent in this stream. I'm going back. Hold on. Yeah, that's the only one that I have. Network Guy Dave. Vince does not care. Hold on. I'm doing some work for Network Guy here, right, man. I'm going to make sure I got all his VIPs. Yeah, I think I got it. Yeah, okay. So Network Guy, I think I got it, bro. I think I just got it like 5 minutes ago, too, if even. But yeah, I agree with you, man. Just like I said in that one, Vince does not care. And I went over 3 hours of exactly how he doesn't care. Yeah, man. Dakota Kai, Dakota Kai was already... Dakota Kai was going for the NXT Women's Championship. You know how Vince used her? Vince took her from NXT on the weekend that she was, or the week that she was going for the NXT Women's title. Vince put her on a dark match for like main event, or maybe it was a straight dark match, and had Dakota Kai lose to Elias. This is someone who should be looked at as relevant because she's going for an NXT title. So Network Guy Dave, don't even get me started on that shit. You're exactly correct. You know what? I think I actually reached the fucking end of the list. I don't know how I did this. You guys were fucking, like, extra fucking awesome on this one. I gotta make sure I got everybody, man. Oh, Carlos at the last second with a coffee fight. Carlos, right? BC, it's coming out that this woman was let go by the airline company for jewelry theft. So where's the credibility? Much love, respect, salute. Carlos, I didn't even hear that, bro. See what I mean? But I didn't like how like dramatic she was when she was giving the thing. Like she was like, I guess everybody will have to. I guess nobody will ever understand just what I actually went through. Put your head down. I mean, it was like perfectly coached, it seemed. I mean, it was like she was doing better than fucking half the wrestlers when she's in a storyline. It looked weird. I've done a lot of acting in my day. Being from New York City. And let me tell you, bro, that was a performance and a half. She could be telling the truth, but somebody, a lawyer or somebody, was telling her some theatrics. So I'm not saying she wasn't telling the truth. I'm saying there was also some theatrics with it. Go back and watch her whole interview. Perfectly timed pauses. I mean, it was a show, bro, that she was putting on. And Carlos, if that's true, that she was already stealing shit, and she took the money, bro. She took the money. And she said it was her husband's reasoning. Her husband doesn't want to drag this on any longer. Doesn't want to make it public. Bro, if you truly said you couldn't go to bed at night, you couldn't even take a shower or whatever the fuck she said, don't you want to go to the... You want to fucking... I have questions. And it doesn't help when at least half of the time, at least here in the pro wrestling world, when we hear stories like this, we always find out that they were fucking fibbing, that they were lying. And it makes the real cases, the women that are telling truth, it makes them look bad. And it makes people not want to see them as the truth tellers that they are. You know what I mean? When you get a bullshit artist that is lying, it ruins the whole movement that people have. It helps ruin it. But who knows, man? We're never going to... I don't know if we're ever going to get a real fucking answer. It sounds like it's a he said, she said right now. So you can cancel Ric Flair all you want, but on what grounds? You're just going by what one person said and saying you have to trust the victim in here. But if it's a lie, then didn't Ric Flair just become the victim? I don't know. I think it's odd that we don't have the facts and we're just burying Flair, canceling Flair, because the new thing to do in today's society is you just believe. That's damaging. I'm sick of ruining good people because we were forced to believe. And then you find out months later when the career's already destroyed, oh, she was lying. I never saw this coming. I'm sick of that shit, bro. I'm sick of cancel culture. Decades ago, something happens. This guy came out with all his transgressions, all of his mistakes. The guy had a severe fucking issue, trying to make right with everybody he did wrong, trying to. And in this story, he refuses to budge. He is saying, I did not do this. I don't know how much louder I have to be. I don't know who I have to tell. I didn't do this. Somebody believe me. I've written books. There's been documentaries. I've laid it all on the table. I have nothing to hide. I was a fucking idiot and made these mistakes, X, Y, Z. Killed my own career 17 times or attempted to. Bad decision making, all of that. But this, I didn't do. Why is there nobody believing Rick? Perfect way to put it, Jer9. The women that are telling the truth are hurt by the ones that lie. Absolutely true, man. The best thing they can do, if somebody's honestly telling the truth, the best thing you can do, if it's not about money and you really can't go to bed at night, take it to the fullest extent. Go to the trial. We'll find out who's lying. Oh, you get some good fucking lawyers up in that bitch, and then we find out who's bullshitting. A lot of times, man, everything ends in a payout. Because at the end of the day, I can't sleep unless you give me a good chunk of money. It's the world we live in. I'm the Amplified Man. Thank you, guys. What a fucking stream this has been. Joey's Adventures right at the end. 5 spot. I think the tease of Bliss going back to normal is WWE preparing for Bray's AEW debut. That way there's no connection. I disagree, Joey's Adventures. I bet you they double down, and I wouldn't doubt that they're going to have a fucking Fiend character. But I wouldn't doubt that they're going to try to do even more fiendish shit and try to show that our Fiend is better than the original Fiend that's in AEW. But I'm hoping you're right, Joey's Adventures. I hope they cut that shit because this is so disrespectful to Bray Wyatt. And it doesn't help Alexa Bliss at all, by the way. Doesn't help Alexa Bliss at all. So, Jer9 Gaming 2 spot. AJ, Jer9, man, right at the last second. Much love, dude. AJ Orton faced 8 times since WrestleMania 35, won each 3.6 months. There you go from Jer9, and he's my statistician, man. When I'm not cracking the numbers, Jer9 is. AJ and Orton faced 8 times since WrestleMania 35. But if you guys go back and watch the show last night, you listen to Corey Graves during the introductions, and Corey Graves is saying, this match happened once before at WrestleMania 35. And it was so good. He's making you think like it only happened once before. Jer9 knows, BC knows, most of you know that this happened a shit ton of times. So don't act like you're giving us something that's so special with an epic story. And not only that, Jer9, but the tag team matches that they had this summer was like fucking 12 of them. Enough, bro. Where's the new shit, the creative shit, the engaging shit, the captivating shit? Network guy Dave right at the last second with a 5-spot coffee. I do not like today's society. Life was simple prior to social media. You see how the women lied about Enzo and WWE released him without having facts. Yeah, network guy Dave. And Enzo's just one of them, bro. There was a lot of people that were canceled and careers done. And not even years, months later, the truth came out, the actual truth. And it's so fucked up, bro. But if you say, hold on, I want more facts, I'm not going to believe her yet until I get more facts, you're looked at as a fucking douche. How dare you don't believe her? That's what's wrong with the world today. We're blaming the victims. We're not believing the victims. But if they're lying, which is absolutely a case, could be a case, then the victim is actually the person being blamed. I'm glad you think more clearly, network guy Dave, than a lot of people in today's society, man. We need more people like that. For sure. Make sure I got everybody. I think I actually did it, man. I think I did it, guys. 200 supers later. 200 separate supers. Oh, you guys are the best, man. 3.5 hours. I don't want to waste any more of your fucking time, man. Thank you so much. Anybody on the way out that didn't smash that up, please do as we get closer to 500 with the thousands that are about to come in. Once I put this live on the channel, the algorithm actually kicks in and we're going to get thousands of people coming in. So it's cool that they saw that we whooped this ass, man. And we're getting near 500 on the up. So I appreciate that, guys, so much. To all you guys, man. Absolute best. Thank you for staying amplified with me for hours. We haven't seen something like this in a very long time, man. Jer9 Gaming, Mikhail, Synth 4K, Ikea Haywood, chilling with Charlin Grin. Oh, chilling, man. I haven't seen chilling in a minute. Chilling with Charlie Grin, man. NJPW Girl, Iron Riaz, Lucas Allen, Renee G, Smurfy Tunes. I got Pimp Jesus, right? Jer9 Gaming, obviously, man. Lucas Allen. Did I get Lucas? I don't fucking know, man. There's so many of you guys right now. Maria Applewhite. Oh, hold on. Carlos just stopped. Hold on, Carlos. 5-spot right at the last second. Carlos says, BC, just the fact that this woman took hush money and 20 years later is talking about it makes it look like she wants more money. It's not cool. I'll tell you that, Carlos. That was the first thing that I didn't like. She took the money. Usually you kind of have an agreement in place. I don't know if there was just a period of time where she couldn't talk about it and now she's over that threshold. But she took the money and now she's like, I'm back at it. It doesn't look good. I hate when people just take the money, bro. And then you claim you couldn't sleep. I hate that, bro. But I don't know. None of us know what's the truth in that. Right now, it's just he says, she said. But I don't like it, Carlos. I don't like it a lot. There's a lot of logic gaps here. Thank you, brother. I got Smurfy Tombs, Beast Morgan, Nelly Nell, Enforcer 2K9, Sir Charles. I got Renee G, Suntivia Major. The coffees are thrown up with Dave Mealy, Damonte Mabry, Janelle Layton, Gabe, go, Pat, go, Eddie, Joey's Adventures, Trev Rain, Strict Tango, better late than never, Strict Tango, Spy Puppy TV, Ashley Steggles, of course, Carlos Ray. Whoa, fuck, Clutch City fan. I did get Clutch City, right? Better late than never, too, right? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's right, Trev Raids. Raymick, I got Network Guy Dave. Fuck yeah, check you. Big Nang. I don't know if Unique Butterfly is still here, but Unique Butterfly. SOS started off the supers earlier. I don't think SOS is still here, but SOS. Jazz, I don't think was up in here, but Jazz, much love and respect. Larry Lockett, PB Silla Pride, The Ice Jones. Fuck, man, Jesse Borsler. William F. I don't know if William F was up in here for this stream, but he'll be in later. William F. War Dog. War Dog was here earlier, I believe. War Dog. Fuck, man. Jennifer Pierce. I don't believe was up in here, but Jennifer Pierce. Fuck, man. There's just so many, man. Much love to all you guys. We'll be here another fucking hour. Judas Messias. No Soul Matt. Fuck, man. All you guys, man. We'll be here another 2 hours if I keep going. There's too many and I'm on a delay. Much love. Joey's Adventures closes us out with that 5 spot. Joey's Adventures. If AEW continues this relationship with the Hart family, Natalya may sign with them within the next few years. If they do, no 50-50 bullshit with Natty. You're either going to go with her or you're not. She's just going to help people in the back or she's your fucking dominant champion. I think Tony Khan will use her much better than WWE. Vince, one day he has her just fucking teaching up-and-comers, and then the next day he's their world champion for the women. And then 6 months later, she's fucking just training people, and then 6 months later, she's back in a heavy storyline. Vince doesn't fucking know. Anyway, who was that again? Joey's Adventures for closing us out. Much love, dude. And JPW girl, yes. Chubless the Bear at the last second, too. All right, guys. 3.5 fucking hours, bro. Check you. Iron Riaz. Check you guys, man. Carlos, again. JR9. Much love, guys. Out. Check you. Enjoy tomorrow night, man. Enjoy tomorrow night. Dynamite Grand Slam.